Yo, check. I think good. What's up, fellas? It's been too long. By too long, I mean. I'm basically streaming every day, but it's just weird if you're not in the various, like, different things, you can't tell. Like, Patreon on Thursday, the podcast on Saturday, T-Rex on Fridays. Like, quite a few days a week. I miss kind of just going on and rambling. But whatever, we're here now. I'm going to join. Squad wants to join. Welcome. And I'm gonna chill. It's actually, I kind of want to collect my thoughts anyway on the book. Yeah, I got a new CRT shader. It works. And first of the second towers is done. I do want to go higher though. The height of it now. Max height now. Spirit Machine, wow, Ghost in the Shell video was awesome. Thank you, Couchette. No worries. Hey guys, good morning. Happy Friday. Like I said, just keep watching those. That channel's growing fast, which is nice. I like seeing things work. I like seeing things take off. And like I said, it's just, to be fair, that's going to be kind of required for my visa too. The channel's been a little stagnant over the last years. Like, it's fine. Everybody's here is doing here and we're fine. But it's just like, yeah, new people are not finding their way to it. But that one, it's growing like 1,500 people in a month, which is nice. I can live with that. Alright, so I know what I'm thinking. Fuck. Are your audio settings good? I mean, you tell me. I think they're good. Been checking the hell out of them lately. I love how I've almost got like just enough resources to get things going. What am I missing? Tough blocks? Actually, you know what? I don't even want those that high up. I like the idea of the lower ones having it and then the higher ones not so. Grab a thing of bricks. Arbitrate if we got it. Yeah, so it's, I think I finally found a use for AI. I'm like basic line editing for essays, that's easy enough. It'll fix the spelling and that, but the one thing I really do like is the one thing I have that I have a hard as hell time sorting out when it's the right spelling, but it's the wrong word. So like bead instead of bed, or he instead of bee. Little stuff like that. I find it is remarkably good at finding those. But I still don't trust it yet, so I run a black line. Black line is where you compare two pieces of text to see where the differences are. Just in case it decides to wokeify anything that I've written there. It's actually not bad. It does way too many M dashes. Which, if you guys don't know, an M dash is like that very long dash you see, and the purpose of it is to create a longer pause. I'm sure there's some technical definition that Nick, I just don't like how it uses it so liberally. I feel like leaning on a single. All right. But I mean, that case helps me out. I like it. Play it like so. Setting up my ratios here, so it's all just a matter of just plug and play. Now we need cracked and brick, so 5 stacks. But half stacks in the machine. Rest. Cobblestone. Oh, and we need a little bit more of the smooth. There. Yeah. There's some books about the topic. M dashes are awesome. I like them. I just don't like them everywhere. Like there's, I may not. I'm kind of looking at it from an aesthetic point of view too, which really sucks. I just hate how, like, if they want to do, I have to think about what thing. I think it's subordinate clause. Like you have a sentence and then you pause the sentence in the middle of a sentence to describe something. They like using M dashes there when I'm like, commas are perfectly fine, and it looks less because the M dash, it takes you out. I know it's just like a very small amount and it's probably not noticeable, but if you have them constantly, it's constantly jarring you out. It's like riding on a washboarded dirt road, right? Just don't like it. And it's the one thing I just keep in the back of my mind as I'm writing or editing or desktop publishing or talking to Nick or whatever. It's like ultimately, so long as the person reading this has a fun, pleasurable experience and I don't distract them, they'll enjoy it. Yeah.
Yo.
Hey, I know that man. That sounds like
That's
Martin,
right.
son of Martin. Hello, sir.
That man, dude, what's going on with your audio? Like it'll like you'll be talking and it just goes like in and out. Like it's like you turn the volume from like 10 to 0 real quick.
Oh, you know what? I know what that is. Hold up a
And
sec.
then also when you first start talking, like if it's quiet, then you start talking, it's almost like a little pop noise, like when you start talking, like it's almost weird, hard to explain.
Tell me now, does it still happen?
I
don't think it does.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't do it all the time, which I mean, it might not hear it here on Discord.
It's a noise gate. So the girl has meetings on the inside room, and this mic is super sensitive to pick them up. So I try to set a noise gate at the minimum level possible. Problem is, it takes a 10 milliseconds to click in. So it's like 10 milliseconds after I talk, it turns up the volume. I didn't realize it was that distracting.
Oh yeah, like I noticed it on the Patreon yesterday. I hadn't noticed it before then.
Yeah, I think I've finally gotten the settings in this thing where I want it, and so I can turn off the noise gate now. I just didn't even think about it until you guys mentioned it. And then just let me know if you start hearing weird stuff in the background, like, hey, is somebody walking down the hall 3 floors down? And then I'll be like, all right, fair enough.
Be like, what's that noise? Is somebody watching tentacle porn?
Oh man, the Bronze Age guy, he's on Twitter again. They brought up that Kurt Eichenwald thing. It was so funny. Because doxings are back. Oh, good.
Oh, that's popular again?
Yeah, it's popular again. Turns out all of the right-wing influencers that were cheerleading for Trump, now Trump got in, and then the other half of the right-wing influencers that just wanted to be like underdogs and play the victim, they're like, well, now it's time to shit on these guys. And so they're having a little internal civil war of like tardedness. It's pretty, I mean, it's not entertaining at all, but I mean, it's yeah.
I just say it's interesting.
Interesting. I like that. I can go with that.
Yeah.
It's not retardedly gay. It's like moderately gay.
Yeah. It's like I've got a woman that runs this little like bakery cafe. Woman, this older woman, she runs this little bakery downtown, like a little sandwich shop deal, and so I go there to hear all the gossip. But she was talking about this older guy. She's like, can you believe it? Out of all the people, like he's like, I don't believe in, started going off on like religious stuff. He's like, I think heaven is here on earth. And she's like, oh, she just didn't know what to say, and I was like, well, it's like just say yeah, yeah, just shake your head, and I said anytime, just say yeah, that's interesting.
I know Why More Please, the one he likes using is thanks for telling me.
Oh,
And
thanks for
it just
telling
sounds
me.
so condescending too. It's like,
Oh,
thanks,
that
bud.
is that's super condescending. That's good. So yeah, that's, that's like when you want to really say something, but you don't want to like turn it up to 10. You want to go like halfway.
Yeah. My
Um,
buddy back in Halifax is like, we don't have to talk about this right now. That's another one.
oh,
He's more gentle.
wow.
Get in there.
Imagine like somebody pouring their heart out. You know, I'm gay. Oh, you know, we don't have to talk about this right now. And they're just wanting some little emotional support. You know,
Yeah.
we don't have to. Just hold off.
Yeah. Slow your roll. But I like it because it's
So,
so gentle. It's like, yeah, man, let's not push this boundary.
yeah, like you
I don't
can't
want to
really
go
get
there.
mad.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
he's helping you save face. You just got to take it and be like, okay.
Gee, thanks.
And then the worst part is I know their little rhetorical tricks. So when they use them on me, I get so mad. Like, F you. I know what you're doing. What? So now I have that
Like,
extra, like, are they actually doing it to mess with me, or are they doing it because they don't want to talk about it, and I have to figure that out on my own? And it's like,
uh,
it's so complex, man. I'd
that's
make a
funny.
Manosphere video on
Yeah.
this, but it'd be so convoluted. Everybody's like, what the fuck is he rambling about?
Kind of almost like inside jokes. It'd be like telling somebody, "Oh, well, you know, $5 super chat." And you're like, "What? What are you talking about?" Weirdo.
Oh, dude, the day that I accidentally do that, like, in my social circles, it'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I regret the
Oh, I
day that
know.
I have that crossing of the boundaries.
God, dude, that's like I told you before. You know, it's like with some of the other baseball dads, and then like I say something like off the wall that I would have like put on Twitter, but not
Mm-hmm.
like ever say in public, and then they just look at me like you have three heads, and I was like, to keep them separate, Marty. I was like, don't be a dumbass.
Yeah.
Like,
Know
you
your
can't do
crowd, know your
Twitter.
audience.
Yeah, you can't do Twitter voice in public.
Well, it's basically a Ryan on a Tuesday. Congratulations on finally coming out the closet, Ryan.
What the hell are we talking about? This is like one of
On
those
your
Billy comments where I have to ask, and then it's like
no,
troubleshooting
no.
me.
You did a super chat on Clary's channel on Tuesday.
Oh
20
yeah, 20
bucks.
bucks is 20 bucks.
So you finally came out of the closet, and Clary is a gay lover.
That was
Ooh.
technically a double inside joke because we were talking about business stuff because I didn't know how much he charges for those videos where he yells at Democrats for you guys.
It
And I
depends on
realized, like, oh
the.
my god, you guys got an amazing deal.
It,
Yeah.
dep- it depends on the request. Sometimes it's just off the cuff from something he read, and sometimes it's a request. And if it's short and sweet, it's only 35.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And if it's a wall of text, it's like a couple hundred.
That's what I'm saying. That's cheap. Like, it's good for him. He's happy doing it. And it's kind of walking through how, like, I monetize my stuff and he monetizes his stuff, and he was looking forward. We're gonna go see each other in April, and so that was kind of my way of saying, like, stop being poor. Although, to be fair, a lot of it is just stuff that Rich Cooper kind of told me early on, and I like, since he gave it to me for free, which he normally doesn't, I'm like, the least I can do is just pass this on to anybody who it didn't ask. You know.
You're gonna collab with Cappy? That's gonna be awesome.
I'm gonna collab with Cappy. I'm gonna go hang with Cappy.
I did
That's even better.
yesterday I did a collab with Better Bachelor.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah.
I almost missed the days where, like, dunking on him was what I thought was like a good use of my time too. I don't have the heart anymore. It's just like, yeah, he's just doing his thing. He's way better than the alternatives.
Yeah, he mentioned it during a stream with Cappy. Then the guy that you don't really like him, you did like a 2-hour stream dunking on him. I'm like, I can't remember that stream.
Yeah, I don't remember that one either. The
Uh,
only 2-hour stream I remember where it was dunking on people was Carl and me when we got drunk and started making wrestling references to all the people at the 21 convention. That one I remember.
Yeah, but-
That one was funny though.
Yeah,
Chesty
because
was
it was.
on there too, right?
Yeah, Chesty was on that too.
Yeah.
That live stream is infamous, and I pity anybody who hadn't seen that one.
Oh, it's
It's
still on
That
there,
is
so they
some
can
deep
watch it.
lore.
Yeah, it's out there. It's out on my channel somewhere. I can't remember which one it was.
One of the early ones in
Yeah, Cara was
August.
there.
It's the longest red morning ever because I remember you were overlapping with Redman Group because this was before Rule Zero was formed,
Yeah.
and you, Carl, and Chesty were just like, you know what, we're gonna keep rolling, and all the wrestling references, and you, Chesty, and Carl had more viewers than Redman Group, and Anthony was so pissed.
Yeah.
It was
it's a different
June,
time.
July, or August of 2019.
Damn.
By the way, Ryan, I saw you haven't continued on the overworld ice road you were building on underground.
A lot of things haven't been. There's a lot of half-finished projects here, man.
Well,
a lot of them.
I'm taking it a bit easy. Finished one mega project. There's already a second one.
Are you counting
on
the end Ice Highway one, your mega project, or?
Oh no, man, that only took like a couple of hours.
Oh.
Hey, Ryan,
Thanks,
Hey.
Ilmango.
I might be a bit like out of line here, but as soon as I see somebody in the chat making up fake beef, I'm just gonna ban him.
Oh, go for it. Like I said,
Thank you.
it's ban quick. It's very easy. If it ends up being a false report or a missed error or something like that, I'll just talk to them on one of the many channels that I end up on and sort it out. It's just easier that way.
There was it ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah, kinda.
It's better to ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, that was the proverb.
I just treat it more like it's got to be sustainable. If you and I are doing mod stuff and we can't, and we have to actually think like, is this sincere or not? Then why are you, like, why is the person putting you in that position in the first place that you even have to consider? Oops.
Yep.
So it's like, all right, whatever. Is it fair? I don't know what the hell that means. What is fair, Matt Walsh?
Huh.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking know. He's too busy yelling at. Oh, speaking of which, he's part of that group I was referring to earlier. The whole. Well, I liked being the underdog. Now that the team I've been cheerleading for won, I gotta shit on them. Like, that's him to a T. What did I do with my other ladders?
So back to my original question. Do
Oh,
you only build it too high, a too high gap, and you build some sandstone walls? So do you want to break down the sandstone walls and make it a third layer higher, or do you just want to dig out the one underneath?
I have no idea what I'm going to do. I don't. If you have a plan and it's in your way, feel free to take it down.
And
But
just
when I get
asking,
around to it, I don't know yet. I'm going to get down there and I'm just going to trust my vibe. Whatever my vibe tells me to do.
Otherwise, yeah, I wanted to finish it, or at least put the ice blocks in already.
Oh, then yeah. Yeah, don't fill your
But,
boots.
Then I'm gonna dig one layer lower for the ice blocks, otherwise it's just too low. It needs to
Again,
be too
one of
high.
those way I see it things. I said I was going to
Yeah.
do it. It's been 3 months. I haven't done it. So if somebody else ends up doing it, do I really get to complain? Like, really? Oof.
Yeah, especially when you hop from project to project without finishing anything.
Yeah. See, now you're getting into old school Minecraft. 18 half-finished projects.
I still have a couple on the docket. They're kind of janky right now.
Don't we all? Don't we all? All right.
I can't point a finger on you on that one. I'm
Oh,
guilty
dude,
as
go
well.
for it. I won't even fight you. Oh, I just realized I don't have my.
No, so the other one is the mega project, man. Like, it only took a couple of hours. Ilmango made a machine in 1.16 that builds an frosted ice highway in the end. And building the machine is easy. The frost ice highway is made in.
Wait, how do they build
maybe
it?
half an hour.
Are they talking about like placing the blocks automatically, or it freezing over, or are you kind of in like a little machine? that
Freezing
moves
over,
forward?
so you use the way water is generated.
Oh wait,
With
this is the one with the Frostwalker boots, isn't it?
Yeah, and it still works perfect. So
Yeah,
it's
which is
the machine is easy to make, and it's done in a couple hours. You're finished.
I always found that crazy. The way
Two
he,
2 euro trash is too many. Two euro trash. We got to have a limit on euro trash.
Well, it's still better than being inbred, Marty.
Yeah, but
Hey.
you're American inbred, baby. Can't beat it.
Yeah, you're a pure Mustang, right?
Pure.
yeah, America's all about mass production, so their inbreeding makes more sense.
There we go. Thank you. Yes.
Get
And
that
plus,
Get that
Ryan,
Model T out, or I guess Model D for Downs. I don't know. Is that out of line?
Ryan counts as American now.
Oh, if I
Almost
could be,
there.
yeah, if I could be so lucky. One can hope.
51, baby.
I just, oh man, the day that I know it won't happen. It won't. There's too much learned helplessness here in Canada, but I would just laugh if it did. And like the first 5 years of Canadians getting adjusted to like an alternative lifestyle to be like,
Yeah.
it's like coming out of the closet, but not gay. Wait, you have to ask for permission? You can just put this fence up? It's like, yeah, I can put it up. What? But what if my neighbor gets mad? Oh, he just sues you then. So then it's kind of on you to not, piss him off. What happens? And he's like, yeah, relax. You got this. I got this. You got this.
And be polite, or you will get shot.
Your government is like a HOA on steroids.
Well, it's kind of the Canadian, like, you know how you guys have, not truth, freedom, the American way, that's Superman, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right?
Yeah.
So Canada's version Superman. Of that is, what is it? Something, law, and good governance. Now I gotta look it up. What? Damn it. Canadian law, good.
Didn't you take it just from the French?
Peace, order, and good governments. Or good government. That's the phrase in the Section 91 of the British North America Act of 1867.
That one just sounds boring.
Yeah, of course it sounds boring. But that was like originally what it was supposed to be. We're boring and it works and you don't have to think about it and everybody just does their job and nobody's a dick and like that sounds good. That's like, yeah. But then it was like a bunch of theater kids were like, because most of the laws were kind of designed just knowing, nobody would use this for something stupid. We're not Americans or whatever they say. And then all of a sudden guys are like, I could just use this for something stupid. And they're like, well, you can't do that. I was like, I just did. Well, gonna have to do something about this. Like, what are we going to do about it? Kick you out of the party. You can't. I'm running the party. That's how you guys elected the PM. You selected that. Yeah, but we'll have a vote. It's like, no, anybody does a vote, I fire you. I get to be the deciding vote. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's one of those 1867 to now, however many years that is, like 80 years, 100 years, whatever. I don't want to do math right now.
Math hurts my head. But
it's like there was like some deep flaws, but it just never came up because everybody was responsible. And then now it's kind of one of those, oh, hey, 1867, it's nice to see you. Come on in. Yeah, we need to talk. Like some 1867 Chris Hansen's walking in. Did you know how old that law was? Did you think that was appropriate to message that law? To not add a sunset clause in this law? No, you can leave.
We're doing one even older than that. We're doing the 1798 pick foreigners out bill law.
Oh, I saw that. I don't know what the argument's over, but somebody was referencing some old laws, and now all of a sudden liberals are like, these laws need to be taken off the books. They're like, hey, we told you that years ago. You didn't mind them
and then it's like, these papers are out of date. And then like the only paper that matters in our government is the Constitution, which is even the oldest one. We still follow it. It's like, well, what's it going to be? Oh, which they want to get rid of the Constitution anyways. Losers.
Yeah. Just the part that gets me is how disingenuous everybody is. Everything has to be like a proxy war over something. Because I get it. I get it. With most of the American law is fairly straightforward. Yeah, they can like diddle on the interpretation, but like the rest of it makes sense. But then it's all of a sudden like, well, the rules didn't apply here because we have a good reason. And then the other side's like, oh, well, now the rules don't apply because we got a good reason. Like, dude, you're such a hypocrite. You didn't like it when we did it. We don't like it when you do it. And it's just like, just tell everybody, like, I want you. I don't like you. I'm not going to do things that help you because I think you suck. And then I get it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
conservative side is more so based in reality, and that, like, stop bulldozing my house and telling me it's legal. And the other side is like, stop like beating up my fantasy of what I believe should happen in the abstract. Like, I get all of that. And I'm just amazed how much magic you guys can make out of it.
Speaking of which, Marty, didn't Trump, wasn't Trump going to clean house when it came to the old laws?
No, not the old laws. I don't think there was anything he wanted to get rid of. I mean, he just wanted a clean house with the bloated
Patronage
government and
networks.
get rid of all the employees that are doing nothing and the waste, fraud, and abuse and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I'm all for.
I didn't know there was progressives on Twitter still. There's a couple ones I followed, and I was like, oh, this is weird arguments, because I like they're talking about things that sound sort of conservative. So I'm like, maybe they're conservative. This one guy is named Tracy Woodgaines or something like that. Didn't know him. Fairly big account, and it's kind of talking conservative, but he's like against some things and for some things. I'm like, whatever. Damn it.
Whatever.
It's a fabric mod. All right, one sec. Anyways, so I'm like hearing all the arguments they're having, and I have to download a mod while we're talking. And then somebody kind of quote tweets him, and I was like, why is he so frustrating to deal with? And like, just so you know, this guy here is a furry. And I'm like, God damn it. Why am I sitting here listening to like 100,000 subscriber account talk about geopolitics? And then he's like, hey, by the way, he fucks guys dressed like dogs.
Oh, God. That stuff's so disturbing.
I don't know if he fucks them, but I know, like, apparently dresses up with them. And he was like, I'm just like, it's just like that damn meme. The one where it's like, guy was on Reddit arguing with some guy for 3 days over some like tasty dish or something, and then he went looked at his account and saw he was drinking his own piss, and he's like, I just realized I'm arguing about like aromatics with a guy who drinks his own piss. I'm out.
Oh my God. It's like you're to be like that disappointed in yourself, like that you've done that, you've wasted your time.
Yeah.
That's
Same
great.
Thing. But and it's like you can't even blame him, because it's like he's not hiding it. He just doesn't talk like as a furry. Like, they don't say that, but they're not supposed to. Oh, come on, man, give me the goddamn
Dude,
mod.
my girl, my daughter, she's only like 12, and there's like these girls, which it's always the unpopular kids that do weird stuff. Like, there wouldn't have been like those weird goth kids if it hadn't have been like back in the day. It's like all the weird kids grouped together to gain power.
Yeah. Well,
But,
they miss all
anyways,
the positive reinforcement of the other group, so their new group just goes off in whatever direction. I get that.
Yeah. But anyways, there's these like girls that she said they pretend to be cats.
Yeah.
And they say that they're maybe furries, but I'm like, they don't know what furries are. I was like, they shouldn't be saying that they're furry. And so it's like, somebody needs to talk to these kids. Oh, good Lord. But yeah, they just like have like collars and they go like meow, I guess. I don't know. But it's very
we had
disturbing.
that in my high school. There was like girls that would like act like cats and hiss at each other. They just thought it was like the kind of, remember when Wayne's World came out and everybody was just quoting Wayne's World all day? That was the only way you communicated.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that, but with cats. Yeah. We're not worthy. Which I couldn't realize. Like, I didn't realize at the time, but that was such like a meme thing. But we all just had the same meme. Like, you have one meme and you just ride that thing till it dies.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you do it. Kill that meme. But and she's like, yeah, she's like, you don't have to worry about me, Dad. I'm not one of those weirdos. So it's like, yes.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you've done a good job, Dad. There's some good reinforcement there.
Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, it could be worse. They could have been like, I'm like a stripper. And you're like, don't say that. Like, no, it's cool. At least cats aren't strippers.
Yeah, cat strippers. Meow. To pour some sugar on me.
Oh, dude, I have the worst diet right now. I am surviving off of caffeine, Zyn, race tams, smoked oysters, and beer, and my last bottle of bourbon.
Good.
I'm sitting here with like, dude, I put my hand on a volleyball and call it Wilson. Like I've got this bottle of Buffalo Trace I bought like a week before the tariffs.
Yeah. Good
And
Lord,
it's
you
like
are a mess.
I've been slowly nursing it, and it's down to like the last glass worth, or it's like maybe a quarter of it left, not even.
Is that why you look like shit today?
No. That's just sleep.
No,
We don't
that's
need
from
that.
That's from yesterday. I'm sorry to bring up.
Oh,
bad stuff.
is the random block placement mod not working on this one? Okay, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. All right, screw the CRT. We're not doing the VCR effects because I need to place blocks. So we're doing that in normal. Well, it's the book because like I'm at there's like a slog in the middle where it's sort of done, but then like you don't hate it, but right now it's frustrating because like none of it makes sense and it doesn't work. It might work, but in your head it doesn't. And I'm at that point, and I know the only way through it is just to like, fuck it, just write anything in there. And then when you look over it again, you're like, actually, it's not bad. Or like, this is fucking bad. And then you fix it. Problem with that is like my girl's been working a lot more from home. And I don't know about you. I guess you don't work in an office. You have your own business. But have you ever worked in an office before?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you know that one coworker you have that's very lazy, doesn't do anything, but he loves to come over to your office and chat?
Yeah.
And then he just wastes all your fucking time. Yeah, she's one of those here.
Oh, you said your wife, your girl is that way? She's like,
yeah. She's not there at her work.
So
at her work,
funny.
she's productive as shit.
Yeah.
And she hates being annoyed all the time. But then she comes here and she's like, hey, just thinking about you. I'm like, and then she comes in and she always brings like candy and she knows I got no willpower, so I'll just eat it.
Oh, no.
And I can't yell at her when I'm eating it, so she gets to stay and I get to eat candy. It's like, you son of a bitch.
He's the water cooler guy.
Yeah. And I can't do the thing I would do with the water cooler guy. Like I told it on Thursday. The plan for the water cooler guy is just if he comes in your office, starts to bug you, you just stand up and start listening, and then you walk to his office and he'll follow you because that's what you do. And then he just once he's in his office, he'll sit down and then you just leave. And then he's gone.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's good. Or you just say something like, thanks for telling me that.
Yeah. No. I would love if that one worked. The problem is water cooler men don't understand what periods are. Like they don't.
No, they don't get it. Yeah, they don't pick up the subtitle or whatever
Yeah, like the save me eyes. Nothing.
Nuh-uh.
Dude, where is my?
Funny.
It's not detecting my mod.
Press XC. X plus C.
What's that supposed to do?
Normally the mod is connected to Tweakeroo.
I don't know what the hell that is. I don't have that mod.
Tweakeroo?
Wat? Nederlands?
Tweakeroo has the randomization mod as well, but you need to look a bit in the settings how to apply it.
Oh.
It's good.
Yeah, the one I got is just a plain. Why am I not seeing the mod?
Your randomizer is a single mod. Okay, it's not Tweakeroo.
Yeah, but for some reason I lost where my mod window. Like, where isn't it supposed to show them here? Am I stupid?
Not with Fabric.
Did you say, am I stupid?
Yeah. Okay, movement, gameplay, inventory, creative. Oh, the mod's just not loaded. Oh.
You're like the meme where he opens up the closet and he's like, am I retarded? And he's Down syndrome.
No. Who are wrong.
Son of a bitch.
Yes, you are.
Dude, the video of the gym chick that's Down syndrome, that's like her body is like a 10.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Is that a face thing, or is that a real Down syndrome girl?
Filter. Nuke said it was a filter.
It's a filter.
I don't know. It is hilarious though. Selena Slomez.
Hey, if she's downs, I'm downs.
Oh yeah. Scarlett
And
Slow Hansen. Jennifer Lopez.
Hey,
Scarlett Down Hansen or something.
Yeah.
what was that name of the mod you used again, Diego? Twiggeroo?
Yeah, but you need Mollib as well.
Yeah, Diego, whatever.
Normally it's Mollib as well, but it's
Dora.
yeah. Be careful, but it requires a couple of settings. and
How do you spell
like
tweakaroo? Fuck.
Tweakeroo.
Oh, there we go. Oh, dude, yeah. Now we're talking.
Yeah, but back to the important stuff. The Down syndrome hot girl.
Oh, they won't work. Son of a bitch.
That really made me think. Like, what are the laws against that? I was like, are there any laws against like an of age Down syndrome?
Marty, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't you dare.
Well, I mean, if it's legal, if I look up the laws, I mean, she's 19.
Marty, for a couple seconds, think you're again at a local soccer club with the other dads.
Hey,
there was
baseball.
something though. There was something because there was like a news. I remember there were some news stories that came out where some girl kept knocking up tards, and the JF Garrity guy, the guy from Andy Worski's old podcast, he married a mentally handicapped girl, and then he wanted to steal the baby. I don't ever know what happened with that. It's Quebec, so for all I know, it's like whatever, as long as he's not Anglo.
Wow, yeah. He's not real Quebec.
No, he's real Quebec. Don't get me wrong there. He's separate, a 30-year-old separatist. It's like, who the fuck are you? Meech Lake was 1996. Quebec figured out a much better plan. Just bilk the country for money, playing victim. Oh, what was it? The Neg Blanc de Mercant.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, and it means what you think it means. It's like this very famous book there where they call themselves basically the white African Americans of America.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, you guys,
Blanco.
your Civil Rights Act, you could have had it so much worse.
Yeah, Blanco Diablo.
Why is it not 121.4? I just want to play the thing. Oh, are they not updated? Am I on the wrong what the fuck?
No, they updated it because I have the version, so I'm using it.
How can cigarettes be illegal?
Illegal.
Yeah, police find millions of illegal cigarettes in the Netherlands. It's like, okay.
Like unpacked cigarettes, or like the ones that you get on the reserve? Those ones are illegal?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
Do you guys have natives there or no?
No. We wipe.
Or you are the natives there? Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Laced with fentanyl.
I forgot. Yeah, when you talk native, anybody who's not romantic is native in wherever.
I had an employee that smoked some weed that it was a guy just got out of jail and he was smoking weed with him. And anyways, the guy that just got out of jail had it laced with fentanyl. And so anyways, the guy's wife calls me like 11 o'clock at night. And it's like, yeah, Richard's not going to be able to come into work. And it's like, he's in the ICU right now. I was like, okay.
Jesus.
Apparently, there was a cigarette factory that was never that was never dude.
Never like incorporated.
0.6 million euros.
Oh, wait, mate, you got a license for those death sticks?
Got a license for that? Oh, this is awesome.
What, did you get free cigarettes now? You get illegal black market cigarettes? Is that what you're awesome? Or?
No, we are getting them because they're pricing them. They're pricing everybody out, sort of say. A pack of smokes is now €12.50 for like 19.
Yikes.
Yeah, so although I did quit, so good on me.
Apparently, yeah, I quit. By the way, my God, they're saving 50 cents. This is gonna be awesome.
Hey, so
they're making fucking illegal cigarettes now. This is so awesome. I don't know why. I love this anti-government stuff. Where it's like, oh wait,
you guys are gonna have your new East India Trading Corp, but it'll be private.
Yeah, this is Dutch nationalism, is what this is.
Just a farmer writing.
It warms my heart, you know. People who are like, "Oh, the government is taxing me out of my vice. I'll make my own vice."
F you. Jack's one step away from joining the Dutch militia.
Yeah.
Yeah. F the government. Yeah. Except it'll be a militia without guns. So is it really a militia?
His tax dollars are going to the same stupid stuff.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, oh, there's what I'm looking for. Oh, nothing's working. What were we just talking about? Oh, the illegal thing. The pen is mightier than the sword. Canada has a tradition, by the way, of like very passive protest. Like if we think a law is unjust, generally speaking, we just like drag our feet and maliciously comply. Which, because we don't have guns, we have to come up with our own versions of it. So yeah, like with the CRA, everybody's been pissed off at CRA. My first example of that is just I wait until the very last second to file my taxes, and I make sure to push as much as I can into like, obviously if they review it, they're gonna find like minor mistakes that I have to fix. It's like whatever, I've got the money there anyway, and I'll pay it back, and I got no problem. But I want to waste as much of their time and effort and resources and money as possible. And I know there's a lot of Canadians doing it because they are like 2 million audits behind in this weird backlog. But it's like there's so much money laundering going here. Why would they even care? They don't even care about that. You know, it's $120 billion industry here is money laundering. Canada, what? Babe, export king. Nobody does. We do better than like that bank in Shanghai. Wow. That's awesome. I mean, it's because we're selling Fent to the States, but whatever. Yeah. No. Oh, the guys in the chat, they know what I'm talking about with the JF Garrity team. Yeah, she allegedly disappeared. Did they ever find where she went or whatever? Or what? Oh, the JF Garrity guy with his missing wife. It's like Gone Girl, but French and retarded.
Oh no! It's like instead of the full movie, it's the Netflix rendition in cartoon.
See, you get me. Where in the hell is my goddamn? Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get a stupid mod to work, and it doesn't work, and I'm annoyed.
Son of a bitch.
Grumble.
Maybe I'll just
I thought we'd have had some new merch by now, like son of a bitch bastard coffee cup.
It's on the list, but it's just there's so many more important things to do right now that a lot of the stuff I used to like doing for yucks is kind of taking the backside. Yeah.
We can yuck later.
Simpsons reference merch.
Yeah, that'll work. Doesn't Disney own Fox now? Yeah, just use some Disney IP. They're not gonna care.
Manosphere.
I mean, they were doing so good with that Mickey Mouse stuff in China. Dude, it's like Disney and Nintendo. Just don't fuck with either of them. It's just don't. Don't even play. They don't care if you're making $5 selling it to your 3-year-old. You don't care if it's a lemonade stand with a Mickey Mouse face on it. They will crush you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
10 corporate.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 corporate lawyers show up to a 5-year-old's lemonade stand.
Which was a Simpsons reference, go figure, when they went after Krusty merch.
Oh.
No, what was it? There was something about a 5-year-old and a Game Boy. That Nintendo sued the ever-loving crap out of that kid.
Oh, it was
poor kid.
It was some way of connecting with those like where you connect the Game Boy to the other Game Boy. He either made himself a cable or he did something that made it easier, and that's when they went after him. They actually were going after the guys redoing the 64 and 64 controllers.
No, wait. What happened?
Damn.
Story of a boy cardboard Nintendo.
Oh, is that the one you're thinking of then?
No, there was something where Nintendo sued a child.
Dude, I think I remember like a kid like having like making his own Nintendo toys like out of cardboard or something. And I want to say
Mario.
Yeah, Nintendo sued everybody named Mario, made them use another name. You cannot use Mario anymore.
Luigi. Where it's like, you think the Jordanians are the issue? Oh hell no! Nintendo is behind that shit. They made Luigi disappear.
Those sons of bitches.
Is it finally working, Ryan?
No,
was it?
Neither one lets me install.
That's weird.
Wow.
Every time I do it, runs into problems. I'm just trying to think.
It's a meme. It's not true. Cardboard Super Nintendo posted it on YouTube, and the video went viral. Thanks to the video, Nintendo CEO personally traveled to Venezuela to give Paco a cease and desist.
That does make
Yeah.
me laugh. It makes me smile.
It turned
Oh,
out to
that's
be
why it's
fake.
missing the Matalib one that you were saying before, but I thought I did that.
Yeah, Malab is it the right version? 1.21.4. Normally, there's often a link associated on the Tweakaroo page.
Yeah, the problem is I'm using CurseForge now for the install, and it keeps putting everything into CurseForge. So I got to do it manually. This is like the most boring shit. I get you guys don't want to hear this, and you would just want to replace blocks. We were talking about whatever, but
Oh,
there it is.
I love boring shit.
I
That's why I'm,
son of a bitch.
that's why I'm subscribed to your. That's why I'm subscribed to your channel.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch, Marty.
I don't want to provoke you or anything, but I wouldn't take that.
I haven't. I'm not banning Marty. There's been 18 Billies in there. I don't want to overrun the ban system. But goddamn you, Marty. All right, this one should work. What were we just talking about before that? Marty wanted to knock up our tards.
Don't do it.
No, not wanted to. Just wanted to know the laws.
Sorry, yeah, you wanted to know if you could, not if you would.
For a friend. You know,
Yeah, for a friend. For my cousin.
If I'm not mistaken, legally speaking, the person needs to be of a good mind, and as far as I understand, these people are not being considered out of good mind without.
Yeah, nobody wanting to
psychiatric
think that
diagnosis.
Marty is of good mind. So, that's
I don't know, man.
Mind.
All he needs is like one good grow op or a good moonshine distillery, and the girls are all over him for status.
Status, baby. That's it.
Maybe
And if his
some
family
TRP.
ends up running back, in the Civil War, we were the ones that actually took out that fort over there, Fort McGregor or whatever. You'd be like, like some Hatfield McCoy thing. And then the McCoys look over. It's like, I'm gonna blow Marty to piss off the Hatfields. Like, I guarantee you got some weird shit like that there.
This is not legal advice. Talk to your lawyer or psychiatrist.
Marty's
like
I thought you
war
looked it up.
room.
Technically, this is not legal advice, but the greatest butt of all time. But
No. Hell no. It's in general, like with everything, when the person is determined to not be of a good mind, or what is it again? I forget it.
yeah, sound mind. I know the one.
Sound mind, yeah, sound mind. Then it's non and void, then it doesn't count.
Oh.
Because
Well-
they're unable to make, like with children, making abstract decisions or whatever.
Well, Marty, all you need to do is just join the war room or the male action program, whatever it's called.
Speaking of which, I can't get on a fucking list to save my life. I didn't get on that DHS terrorist Manosphere list. I didn't get on Tate's I'm gonna sue your ass on Twitter list. Nobody puts me on these lists.
Yes, because you're Mr. I don't want to be famous.
Hey, if it's any consolidation, neither am I.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
you're nobody.
Hey,
Oh no. I'm not just saying, this just to say it, but I wouldn't take that. Take that, Jack.
it's provoke, but I wouldn't take it.
Wouldn't take that. Yeah, I don't mean to provoke.
Well, Jack takes it many other ways, so.
Yeah, true.
Ooh.
At least I'm not on a DHS list,
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I actually don't want to be on a DHS list. I just find it funny.
Hey, you can always
But, like-
do 4-hour live streams complaining about people. You'll get on the list in no time.
Yeah,
Hey,
but like Clary got on the list, Rich Cooper got on the list, Rolo got on the list. I don't know if MLD John made the list, but it's just kind of like, do you ever watch that Key and Peele sketch where they're slaves being sold on the stage? And then they're like, they talk about how much they hate slavery and hate the white people. And then the one guy buys the one big slave and they're like, all right, fine. It makes sense. And then they buy the other slave who's also kind of a muscular guy. And they're like, all right, yeah, I'd buy him too over me. And then they get this like old decrepit black man and they buy him over these two. And they're like, okay, come on. And then they started hiring like midgets and everything. Like they're like the only two slaves that can't get bought, and they get mad. That's how I feel. Not for slaves, but for like
Well,
ending up on watch lists.
all the people you just mentioned have one thing in common. They have over 100,000 subscribers.
Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe I'm too much of a nobody. Maybe I am too Jack.
Ah. Well, at least we got each other, you know? At least we have.
Yeah, you get to say you knew a real life Rhodesian. Commonwealth is over in like 10 years. Should be fun.
Oh, sounds good.
Which, and I've realized it. That is the thing. It is all of the Commonwealth. South Africa, Rhodesia, India, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. All of them are getting just mogged right now. Oh, why won't you do the... I borked my thing. I don't want to do Tekken for pennies, but I might have to.
Take for pennies.
Who made that song? Did Roll?
No, I asked him to, but he didn't want to. Which I'm
Take
fine
it
with.
for pennies. Yeah.
I think
If
it'd be
I
funny.
impoverish this entire bloodline,
Oh, bird run. Motherfucker.
well, yeah, impoverish. I mean,
Yeah.
we gotta give the man credit. He does have a certain vocabulary, you know.
Oh, he has a flair for the elaborate drama. I mean, you know, he's got it.
Well, of course he does. He stole it from Dick Masterson 10 years ago.
Oh,
That's
And
another
he
thing. It
stole
kind
it
of gets.
from
It's
Dean
not that it
Martin.
like it doesn't bother me about this. I just find it absolutely hilarious that he just literally took that Dick Masterson cameo he did on Doctor Phil or
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Oz. I can always get his and
Dr.
Rush's
Phil.
interview mixed up, but they both one did Dr. Phil and one did Dr. Oz. And then he
Really?
went on there and he had a shaved head and his mustache and he was just talking about women don't deserve shit and men are awesome. All the same shit Tate's talking about, all of it. And so Tate's like just took that and then he took Rollo and my stuff on top of it. And he's like, and I was going to add some money laundering and human trafficking on top of it. We'll call it like some like third world Slavic sensibilities. It's
that's funny.
and to be fair, in the 80s, that's how you got great movies like Alien and Predator by just like mishmashing 5 or 6 other things into a coherent thing. So kudos to
I'm
him
just
for being
picturing-
the Predator of fucking the Manosphere.
Literally.
Yeah.
Great. I'm just picturing like the giant witch's pot, like making a potion. Like, oh, here's a little run. Here's a little Rolo. Little Masterson. Here's some
Yeah.
little gay stuff. You know, Hulk Hogan with a vagina. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was like, there was just a whole bunch of those too. Like the one where it was, I'm not gay. I'm not going to give a man CPR. He's choking. And I'm like, ew. And it's like,
Oh yeah.
which
I mean,
it's kind of,
if he's choking, if I have to dislodge it with my dick, I mean, you know, I'd do what I'd have to do to save him.
yeah. And if I didn't dislike him as a human being, I would find it kind of funny in like one of those like edgy humor kind of ways. I'm not giving mouth to mouth to him. What am I? Some kind of fag?
Yeah, some kind of bag.
But I mean, on the best side, at least that Vlad Obadu guy, his mafia handler, is probably going to put him in the trunk of a car one day if he does something too much.
Oh God, yeah.
Which everybody's always wondering, how do you get that little 5'6" manlet in your war room? It's like, technically, he's kind of like a requirement. He's got to watch the assets. Oh, dude,
Oh.
the random block mod was working 2 days ago. Why is it not working now?
I don't know.
Why? Why?
Maybe
it's
Trudeau made an executive order. I don't know.
What is fuck would that mean?
I don't know.
Oh, what version was the This is like the least interesting. Thank God Marty's here talking about knocking up tards, because this I am not carrying the stream
You're
with
welcome.
like constant
You know,
crashing and like loading mods. Zip.
You know, even though I am joking, kind of not joking. Yes.
Well, the joke is that you don't know if you're joking. All right, you know what? I'm gonna start like doing some crowd work because I ain't covering it with this shit. Constitution has no sunset clause. Sure it does. Once you guys pick up the guns and start fighting the Brits again, that's your sunset clause.
Yeah, who wants to fight? Need a good fight.
Does it show me the version 121.4? Can I join this on a different version?
I love that. I guess it was like a Reddit post about the girl. She like wakes up and she like bangs some dude that like had Down syndrome. It's like she was that drunk. She's like, "Is this rock bottom? Rock bottom?"
Wow.
I don't know. Let's see how far you can go.
That's awesome. I mean, for him.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, dude.
God, do
Okay,
that.
so I don't feel so bad about my dietary habits now with contract here. I had a power bar, a Skittles drink, black coffee in the last few days because of this hell case I'm working.
Ooh,
I think people underestimate how good, like, really deadly carcinogenic food and drink is for productivity. It's just awesome.
oh, dude, yeah, we would still be like rolling around along like stone wheels and like carriages or something if we didn't have it.
I'm just picturing all those idiots with like kale salads and shit. Oh, today is so hard. I don't know how I can get through it.
Marty, did you know the mentally incapable can get government-funded prostitutes here in the Netherlands?
Oh, I heard something about that. Yeah, like, you think I could pass? Like when I go over?
I think you can.
All
I
right.
think you can.
Yeah.
You get government-funded prostitutes. I mean,
Ooh.
what more could you want?
Yeah, but do you get like
How many?
the equivalent?
Is it? Tell me
I
it's
know.
72 because that would be so ironic.
I know, but no, I think you just get the one.
Oh. So government-funded
get like
prostitute.
do you get like the equivalent of like the day stripper? You know, like the one that nobody really wants. Like they just throw out during the day. Like you don't get the hot strippers at night.
You that my lack of knowledge comes from lack of experience in this one. I am sorry, I cannot answer everything.
Jack, you sound just
Sure.
like those guys on Twitter who are like, "Who's Riley Reid?" When the story comes up, it's like, "Shut up."
No. I'm serious.
Oh, I don't know.
No,
They
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if the government-funded prostitutes are any good looking. I really don't.
I found it
They-
interesting, but not interesting enough for any level of fucking investment or research or even a Google link. I just kind of want to run my mouth with the Reddit headline. It's like, come on, Jack, you're blue balling us, is what I'm saying.
I mean, there's. I mean, they've got to be like of age, where it's like, well, they're
Tards or the
looking.
hookers?
The hookers, I guess. I mean, the
Either
tards
or.
get an erection too, so they can do fat, ugly ones, I guess.
I'm surprised that it's not just a
Yeah,
glory
what's
hole.
strip
We have a free government funded glory hole. So it's like you don't know what's over there, but hey, you're getting off. Stop complaining. It's free.
Yeah.
Just get
But I
your
get
dick
that.
sucked and
The
go
whole liberal Western.
Press enter to enable the narrator.
Dude, shut up. The Western push for crying out loud. I gotta
It's
stop
okay.
the window for a second here. There. Gotta hide. You don't want to put your Minecraft server name on the window, otherwise hackers will get into it. There's a lot of them. I'm not even joking.
I spell mine Minecraft, the old fashioned way, MEIN. So
You spelled it the German way.
that's it. The Deutsch.
Oh, it is 121.4. That's the problem. All right, back to normal. There we go. When did I update it? Because I didn't update it recently.
Update what?
Either
Your mom.
server,
Oh.
so that way my client and then the random block mod wasn't working. Somehow all of this stuff happened, and now I'm confused and
I
angry.
think you've
It's
mellowed as you get
1.1.4.
as you get older. I think you've mellowed. Normally, that we'd have a lot more curse words from you. I think.
Yeah. Well, now
Son of
that
a
I'm
bitch,
writing more
mod.
books, I'm thinking about like what's better prose than just saying "Fucking cut."
Oh, such charm though to the anger and the cursing and
You know,
son of a bitch bastard.
what can I say? The Manosphere has aged me 20 years and 5.
really
Minecraft,
has,
which is
yeah.
German for mine wall. Wait, so Kraftwerk, was that
No.
a German
Wait,
word that meant something, or was that just the name they used?
I don't think craft means wall.
Well, what does it mean in what does like Kurft mean in Dutch?
No, it means like electricity, like power, craft
Oh.
is.
I think there's a shop like Craftworks that like mods like torches.
German mac and cheese.
Yummy.
I'm listening still, Marty. I wasn't ignoring you. I
No,
promise.
no. I mean, there's like I follow a bunch of like the horse stuff and like some of the mods, like the companies that do them, like Singer. Which man, those are unreal.
Why
And
do
then
they
there's Rough.
German?
Can't remember. My mind, like one of them's like Craftworks. They'll take like a $100,000 Porsche or even 50,000, and then they'll like fix them up, and they'll be like worth $500,000 or $1 million or something. Pretty cool.
So it means strength. Kraft is strength and power and things like that. It's a multi. It's a homonym kind of thing.
It's a homonym. There's a
Homonym.
90s reference for you.
Yeah.
Cyclic building. Oh, I don't want to have building scepters and rods in here. I just want something that randomly does my hotbar. Maybe just random hotbar. I don't know why this
doesn't work.
Oh, never mind. I might have found one. No, it didn't. Or I mean, either it didn't or I'm missing something. Keeps running into problems.
Maybe you're a problem. It works for me. Look at the common denominator.
Fair. Oh wait, shuffler. Randomly select certain stocks in your hotbar to. Oh hey, yeah, fuck you guys. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, F you guys.
Thought you had me, commie pinko bastards. Oh yeah. Select a profile. There she is, baby. Yeah.
There we go. That sounds like old rhyme. Yeah.
Tastes good, doesn't it? Yeah, you fucking like this, you dirty bitch, you. All right. All right, hey kids, welcome back to the Minecraft.
Welcome back. Woo.
Nice
Grab your hand
wholesome-
puppets. Time for a song.
Jack, there's no way you aren't yelling at your, like you step on a Lego. There's no way you don't curse it out and throw the bucket against the fucking wall or something. There's no way.
You'd be surprised. I never step on them. I come well prepared.
What? Fuck off. I'm meticulous. I pick up all of my Legos and I never step on them in the middle of the night. Fuck you. There's no way. There's no fucking way.
I'm an experienced builder.
You were just mad because I brought up how you pretended not to know anything about hookers thing, and now you're in a box. You don't want to be in that box, so you lash out. I get it.
No, I know what a hooker looks like. I don't know what the government-funded hooker looks like.
Oh, I know what a hooker looks like. I don't know what this hooker looks like. I'm a connoisseur. I don't buy those cheap Project Section 8 hookers. I go for the high ends, the girls that shower once a year.
It depends on the price and how much you're willing to pay.
Is that really like one of the few things left that like price and quality are like linearly like attached? Because that would be awesome.
Depends a bit on the country, but most of the time, yes. But also on the girls, because you have different venues of prostitution. Like you have the windows, you have the streetwalkers, you have the bars, and you have the high-end escorts.
Oh.
The high-end also requires substantial amount of education and class. They're like the Japanese.
Oh, geishas.
Yeah.
I don't know what what's a geisha?
Geisha.
See how stupid I sound, Jack?
Sounds gay to me.
Those are the real high-end ones.
Interesting.
You lose a couple of grand on that one.
Well, I wouldn't say lose. Oh,
But
dude.
Those are more like hostesses who are being used for accompanying successful men on during business ventures.
Yeah, but they still blow them
public.
at the end of the thing, don't they?
There's a possibility.
Oh, so it's no guarantee.
It depends on why they were hired, for what reason.
Yeah, but like if you hire them and you want to get laid and all that other stuff or whatever, but like unless they decide like, no, this one's creepy, doesn't shower, and he's kind of gonna murder me and put me in the trunk of a car, it's usually a done deal, I would assume.
But it's with everywhere. Like the clubs I'm used to working in, to work at, they were the women found tricks. They would just get the customers really drunk, so they would just keep talking and flapping their gums and fall asleep on the bed.
Typical, man. It's like, why get married when you can have a hooker like talk you to death and not smoking?
Oh God.
I
Hey,
gotta do a Manosphere video. That'd be awesome.
hey,
But it
hey,
also depends on
kids.
the girls. So some
Oh, yeah.
don't mind. Money is money, and others have their standards and keep at it. So it depends.
Just remember the good old days where it was just a girl that really hated her dad, and
Oh yeah.
I miss the classics.
You're like, hey, Ryan, you have enough black in you. Like this should anger Dad.
Oh my God, my dad left when I was 5. Holy shit.
Is Ryan black enough to be in your family tree? Hey,
Hey,
not
hey,
everybody.
kids.
That's
Here's
a
some
dual
advice
joke. He's
for,
either calling you a one, or he's making fun of your
Oh.
lynching your lynching types.
Oh,
Works both ways.
oh no. Here's some advice that I do with hookers. You know, you can take it or leave it, but you know,
You're just gonna
once
tell
you
him to
get
find
done,
Jesus.
no, so once you get done and she's done blowing you, and she's like, "All right, give me my money," and then I pull out my retard card and I'll be like, "No, see, this is free. I'm special."
Jokes on you.
Yeah, you should have figured that out before. Since I'm drooling.
I mean, I already said I was never gonna go on Pierce Morgan, so I'm not like I don't have to, like, oh, what's this? You guys are joking about prostitution with the mentally.
Oh God, retards and prostitution.
And then I get to do the standard thing when you're yelling at Pierce Morgan. Well, you and I aren't so different. You and I, you're a dick too. And he just keeps yelling, and I'm just like, oh, could be Pearl 2.0. What height am I at? 207. Dude, I'm not as high as I thought I was.
Nothing would give me more joy if you like accidentally became famous. Just say like one of your books became like a giant motion picture or something. Oh, that would be wonderful.
I'd love the money. I would be so annoyed with like the circus part of it. I gotta admit.
Yeah.
But I
Jack,
think that's why you find it so funny.
It would be just to watch your face when you have to do interviews and like act normal.
Jack, I found a reference. Apparently, once a month, they can get money once a month.
Really?
Yeah, 12 times a year, so once a month.
Wait, who gets
Wow.
the girls get the money, or the tards get the money to buy the girls?
The TARS get the money to buy the girls.
Oh,
So they can still. Oh, so that's how that functions.
State sponsored whores.
yeah.
Yes,
Hey,
whores.
just so you know,
Man.
for Sunday, we've been brainstorming some ideas for you for Sunday.
Oh God.
I'm gonna run them by you here, and you let us know.
Oh, really? Yeah. Give them to me. Let me see
So-
how quickly my show's gonna get banned.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
No, it's great. Hear us
Yeah.
out. It's like a voucher, like food stamps, but
Oh. This isn't actually real because I was about to say like.
oh, Jack
Yeah,
says
I
it's
get
real.
it.
It's real to
It
the
is?
Dutch.
It's
Damn.
vouchers for bath salts and fentanyl and methed out hookers in Florida.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
yummy.
yeah, we're supposed to be a first world country and we don't have state sponsored whores.
Whores.
I'd
That's
rather
right.
have that than Obamacare.
Yeah, for real.
Ayo.
Apparently, it's called social erotic healthcare.
Ooh.
Of course they had to, dude. They did the same thing when they made pot
Sin.
legal in Canada. Is they started putting them in like toothpaste tubes and like medicine jars, and they completely killed any sense of like joy out of it.
Oh,
What if
Yeah.
like the only state hookers are like really ugly though? You know, it's like the hookers
Yeah.
nobody wanted. It's like VA care or something. You know,
that's
Ask
what
Jack.
my,
He's the
my
resident.
thought
He knows
was.
exactly what they look like.
they have like one leg or something, and they had breast cancer surgery done. So it's
Maybe they have Downs too, because you know how they always put them in like
God.
WalMarts and that. It'd be the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, here, we got a
Dude,
job for
there's
you,
the-
but we have to stay to your own kind.
There's
We
there's
were.
like Chick-fil-A hires one. Is up in one of the things I stop. He like always goes up to me. He's like, "I love you," as he like
Aw.
tries to wait on your table. He hasn't been saying it to me like 2 times. I don't know if
What'd
Now
you
you're
do to him?
offended. It's like, hey, what am I,
know.
sliced meat?
Why? I know. What the hell? I want my "I love you."
Yeah.
Now
What-
no chicks feel getting love bombed. I'm like, what's going on? What have I do wrong?
Have like a sincere conversation. What have I done to hurt you?
Ryan,
I love you. It's like, oh, that's great. That's sweet. They have like
Yeah.
2 retards, a girl retard and a boy retard. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
multiplying.
agree with what's his face, that community, like the Down syndrome guys. They actually are the happiest people I've ever met. I do envy them for that. I'm miserable. Even when I'm happy, I'm miserable. I laugh when people get nutted at skateboards.
Oh god.
My joy comes at pain.
That's like that Shane Gillis skit. Like, you know, I guess he's got family members that are retarded and have Down syndrome, and he's like, you know, he's like, I got nicked, you know, because he's like, he kind of looks retarded. But he's like, you know, when you tell people you have family members that have Down syndrome, and they're like, oh, you know, like sad voices, like, and then they're like, oh, how are they? He's like, they're better than all of us. He's like, dude, they're killing it. They're having a great time.
Yeah,
they're always happy.
Remember that video? It was on the internet for the longest time of the one kid with Down syndrome, and he had 2 beers in the pool, and he just smashed the necks together and opened them.
Oh yeah.
And everybody was all mad because now there's glass in the pool that you can't see. That's my like mental image when somebody pictures Down syndrome. Like, that kid is he's my mental model for the disease.
He's your spirit animal.
Yeah.
Numbchuck stuff, and like people superimpose swastikas behind them. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but
Oh, dude. I don't like the whole bullying thing, that whole pedo hunter bullying thing they do now, but it's just, they're just picking on Downs kids who don't know what the hell they're like. Yeah, kid just wanted to play Minecraft. Of course I'm gonna go.
Dude, we had one in my class, which I went through all 13 years with him. I was friends with him. His name was Ray, and I mean, he was great. But we were in whatever shop class or whatever, and he was like under the car, you know, like you're acting like you're working on something. He was like up under it. And this one kid like dropped a bottle of oil on his stomach, and so he popped his head up and hit the truck.
Hey, question for you guys. This is totally unrelated. Does that look tall enough, or should I go taller?
Could go bigger.
All right, maybe
that's
I'll
what
go
she
a little
said.
taller than. Look at this, Santiago with the little ice roads. What the hell?
I mean, but like with the people with Down syndrome, I mean, we even have this this franchise called Brownies with Downies, and it's a coffee bar where.
How do you say that in Dutch? I have to know.
No, it is called literally Brownies with Downies,
Dutch.
and that is actually the Dutch thing, because it's brownies. The
So
tree.
the word brownies is brownies is the tree.
No, the tree.
Oh, the
the
treat.
chocolate.
Yeah. We have brownies here too. We call them
Brownies.
brownies.
So they're black Down syndrome.
No.
No, I get it. I just thought there would be some Dutch word, and I'm like, I want to hear this translation. It'd be awesome.
No, there isn't one. There isn't one, unfortunately. But it's a restaurant chain where they only hire people with Down syndrome as the staff.
Interesting.
Yeah, to give these people something, you know.
Jack, I hate you, man. You sent me down a rabbit hole. Apparently, 11 years
Hookers
ago,
or brownies?
the first one. 11 years ago, there's a YouTube video.
I don't talk about brownies. Fuck that.
A similar service was also available in Japan, and that is called Ejaculation Assistance, a sexual care service provided by White Hands.
So we need to put
sounds
white
so
men
erotic.
back in control of the federal bureaucracy. None of this whole drag queen story hour. They're like, nope. Hooker
God
stipends.
damn it.
Food stamps, but
It's
for
like-
hookers.
It's like
Apparently it's a-
government takes all of like the sexiness out of it.
Yeah.
It's its own rabbit hole. Japan has it as well. It's like, oh god damn it. Then
I just can't believe the Japanese. They're such a studious people. Why would they put up with this sexual deviance, you know?
No, but did you
Next
know
they're
that
going to start drawing it on their pictures.
I mean, prostitution is hella popular in Japan.
Well, I know it's legal in Australia, too.
I was
Hey,
so
no school shootings.
Yeah.
I was like, no, they don't have school shootings because guns are illegal.
Well, you know, either or.
They have
Tomatoes,
stabbings now, Muslim stabbings. They don't play around with all that old school shit, like guns. Pfft. It's not
Machete.
intimate enough. You got to get right in there.
Oh God. Yep.
And then the Germans are like, nah, efficiency. A knife, you can stab one person at a time. You get a Subaru, you can run over like 20 at a Christmas market.
Good Lord. No.
Dude, for a while there, like I haven't heard about a school shooting in years, but every week another Muslim dude
Vroom,
runs a
vroom.
car through a Christmas market. It's like
Dude,
April. How are they finding these Christmas markets?
No, but did you see the thing I posted in the Rawr squad? The thing about
Which one?
Portugal. The
Oh,
small
the
Yeah,
dude.
but
I just
apparently
thought I was so angry. I'm like, you guys just rile me up, and you're like, hey, look at this. I'm like, and it's always the same immigration.
Hey.
You know the triggers. I'm not saying it because I don't want. I realize
Double double.
Indians run YouTube, but you know what I mean.
There's one in Germany as well, and they ask a guy about the cars of peace, and the guy's like, "Oh, that's just a far right conspiracy. That's not true. That's what they want you to believe." It's like,
God.
dude, are you kidding me?
He doesn't
then
know
the
there's like
next day-
CCTV footage, like we could watch the people.
Yeah, it's like there's literal footage of this car plowing into people, and you're like, "Oh, that's a far right conspiracy." Those are all fake images. It's like, dude, how
It
And
happened
then
in France.
the one where the
France as
guy
well.
they tried to say he wasn't Muslim, he was Christian or something, like it matters.
Oh yeah, the one was an
yeah.
atheist Muslim, and
Yeah,
then the whole
whatever.
time that the race realists are just kind of like, eh? And I was like, oh boy, we're going down this route. You're better off to
happened
say
in
it's the religion.
It happened in
love
France
Red
as
Hot
well.
tweets, though.
Yeah,
I love
France
Red Hot
too.
tweets lately, where it's like, "You're not an American. Deport.
Yeah.
I don't care about your opinion. Deport."
I don't remember
yeah,
who started the meme, but it's like, let's see those hands. And I was like, oh, dude, that's great. Because like every now and then people were posting on like pictures of something they were holding. And it was always some like Save the West account. And everybody would always notice like, that's some interesting tan lines on your hands there, sir.
Mm.
And so now it's like, show us, let's see those hands, buddy.
You know what kind of gives me joy is I picture Ryan getting famous, and then
Haven't
there's
explained all
some
this.
poor schlub that works for Piers Morgan that has to go and listen to like Ryan's old YouTube stuff,
Rants.
and
He's
then
talking
he's
about
like
Brutus the
listening to me.
Barber. I don't even I had to look who that was.
Yeah,
Report to VA.
great.
It's almost better.
was that?
Actually, there was a I don't know. Somebody has one of
Sounds
their
like a
kids or
girl.
girls on the thing, and I didn't want to draw attention to it just in case. You know,
Ooh, you finished the
doxing.
lighthouse.
Well, mostly. I still want to add some accoutrements to it, but it's got a little bit of a thing. I couldn't remember if it was me or somebody did that for me, so I just kept it quiet. But oh, what was the podcast? There was this like nerdy science guy, social scientist, talking about how there's no mainstream culture anymore. He actually brought up a good point. It's that like a few things. One, like meeting in person doesn't work anymore because the more you talk with people that you know, the more you realize you disagree on things. And there was a great term he used, anti-social sociability, where it's like, yeah, we'll get along with everybody, like, oh, we're red pill, or yeah, we're BAP, or whatever niche you're in. But then as soon as you meet them, as soon as they have like one thing you disagree with, you become completely intolerant of them. Yeah, but he likes welfare. Fuck that guy. And so like meeting, and this is where he's like, yeah, the left is done because they were meeting in universities and in big cities, and that was great. But now, and this is like, that explains why everybody keeps eating their own. It's because, yeah, they were meeting in person, so they got to build these big movements, but they were also the ones ruthlessly cutting each other down. Whereas like the right wing in the States right now, since it's all like online VLAN groups, they just join the single purpose group and they only talk about the single purpose. And then you don't get to know that your guy drinks piss or something because he's only in there talking about Trump. So you never have a chance to disagree. And that's how you create coalitions now, is you just basically segment different identities to your different groups. And then as long as those groups go, and you can hate half the people in the group, but you just don't know.
You leave the hetero flexibility out of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically, you stick to rule 0 of that particular subject. Okay.
I know, that was noticing that too. It's like, I feel vindicated. I love when scientists are like talking like Manosphere 2012. Like, hey, Roosh was talking about this.
The science finally caught up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, if the science could cut up to video gaming too, stop making gambling simulators.
Now that actually is science. Like, hey, how can we make this the most addictive possible? Like, all right, here we go.
Never would have
Okay,
thought
fun,
ludology would have been like phrenology of the video game industry.
It doesn't need to be fun. It just needs to be addictive. Just get them to spend some money.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a log in every day.
Speaking
But
of
hey-
which, speaking of video games, they did release Assassin's Creed Shadow. I thought they were gonna delay or.
Oh no, they're
leaked
gonna
it.
release it, and now
It is
The Black
released.
Samurai one.
Yeah, that one. The reviews have been terrible, and it's amazing, and I'm loving it. And the Japanese government even came down on Ubisoft, where it's like, look, this is a problem.
They forced them to patch it.
Really?
Like they put some pressure on them because you could destroy like shrines, religious shrines in it.
Oh,
And then Ubisoft day one patched it out.
Shinto Shrine Destruction. Yeah, they
Of course, they didn't patch out Nobunaga or Yasuke. Like one of the romance routes is like a princess, like whatever his retainer's daughter. That apparently is like the generator of like 3 major like clans in Japan. They weren't very happy about her getting blacked, but I don't think they've done anything about that. You know?
Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Japanese Parliament was like, this is a problem. They are humiliating our culture. They're disrespectful. This is a problem. It's like, dang.
Hey, important question. Why does it like in Japanese porn the women always act like they're getting killed, like you're stabbed? I'm like,
The crying, I don't know.
Maybe because a lot of black guys watch it.
They just like that.
Yeah, maybe it is. The only thing I know is apparently they have a cultural thing where only one person is supposed to be the top at the time, so that's why like a lot of it is just girls just laying there or the guy's just laying there and then the other person's moving. Like the idea of like both people being excited. Is there some cultural thing about it? I looked into it enough to sound better than Jack talking about hookers, but not enough to know like intimate details of it.
That's like the only reason I want to bang a Japanese girl is to hear the sound she makes. But then if she does, and then like it might completely ruin me if she doesn't make any noises. I'll be like, what the hell?
Come on, start smacking.
Come on, make some noises. Damn it!
It's like kicking your washing machine until it starts chugging along again. Come on, god damn it!
What's wrong with you?
Maybe she needs a couple tentacles.
Yeah, I don't know. It's too close to me to like a grape thing, so I'm like,
yeah,
it's not for me. I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna judge. For once, I'm not gonna judge. But yeah, it's not my thing. I judge inside, but I never let you know outside. That would be stupid.
Ryan uses his quiet voice.
Yeah. Wasn't that the joke? It's like, yeah, when I'm angry, I'm actually quiet. When I'm happy is when I'm yelling and cussing.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Prey being slayed. Yeah. Oh, so it's like the idea of of like warrior culture shit. Apparently, Fit Pilled is saying that in the thing here. I mean, I'm gonna trust on this one. I'm not gonna like confirm, and I'm gonna be okay with that.
We need Grok.
You know what?
Enlighten us, Grok.
You know what? I've got Grok version 3 because of the thing here.
Grok, why do Japanese girls cry when they're fucked?
Wow.
Wow, you know.
Well, according to Grok, the vocal expressions are often sound high-pitched or exaggerated like they're in distress, which can resemble crying to some listeners. This is largely a cultural and stylistic convention tied to the genre's production and audience expectations. The exaggerated sounds, often called kawaii, oh my god, kawaii? Or moe vocalizations are meant to emphasize vulnerability, innocence, or submissiveness, traits that are fetishized in certain subcultures of Japanese media. These performances are scripted or directed to align with specific fantasies rather than reflecting genuine Oh, they're faking it!
Damn it!
It's not universal across all content, but is prominent enough in mainstream productions to become a recognizable trope. Some speculate it's also influenced by the historical censorship of visuals. Oh, pushing it a larger play. Oh, okay, so because they have to pixelate the naughty bits, they're like, well, let's just add more screaming. That's according to Grok. So, what was the other thing he was talking about? Does it have anything to do with Prey Drive? He says like it's a stretch. However, there's little evidence to suggest this is deliberate or primary. Okay, so it's like you're not wrong, but it's like sure. That's what Grok says. Fit Pilled.
Okay.
If you can trust Rawr.
If you can trust Grok. He could be just lying because he wants it all for himself. That is true. You're not taking my scream porn from me.
Why are the naughty bits censored?
It's like Puritan laws in Japan where you're not supposed to show the procreation stuff. So D's and V's, they're like, yeah, no. But everything else is fine.
Okay, fair.
I mean, is it fair though? I don't think it's fair at all. Fuck, I would call it downright unfair. No.
It's bizarre. Because they like show tits just fine, but I'm like, we are super against it.
I mean, it's like they probably see it weird in America. It's like, wait a minute, you can blow somebody up with a grenade launcher and be fine with showing all of that, but you're not allowed to show some nip. Yeah, fair.
Exactly.
I guess every line is arbitrary. Or in Canada, we're like, wait a minute. You know what? I can't even make fun of Canada.
But even that's changing in Japan too, because like some like the old '80s stuff, like you'd see nipples in like syndicated television, and now modern anime, I don't know if it's because it's gone international or they're changing the laws in Japan, but you don't really see. And there is some uncensored anime. I shouldn't say that, but it does.
But I get what you mean, like having it as a standard thing.
Yeah.
Having tits in a thing because it's awesome. I get that. Trust me, I get that that's leaving.
Yeah, I guess that's a recurring theme on your channel.
Yeah.
Orion.
Oh, dude, it's perfect. Pinko commies. I hate YouTube and Critical Drinker. Tits are awesome.
Guys getting hit in the nuts.
Yeah, and guys getting hit in the nuts.
It's not so fun.
It's just a simple system. You just got to ride that shit into the ground, you know? I'm adding to it too. I've got like 2 nut compilations ones, and I'm trying to make a third. So as I find more nut shots and things, I'm gonna quickly clip it in. Eventually, it's gonna be like a 10-minute like nut shot hype thing, and I'm gonna start ruining clips with it.
What?
Is State's bald head gonna be involved as well?
Is which?
Is State's bald head gonna be involved as well?
Oh no. I don't need to go with the Tate stuff on this one. I think I could be creative without it here. I mean, and the best part is, dude, the audience participation on the communist stuff. It always starts with wow, and like right then I'm like, ah, sweet, I got a screenshot with communist babble. Wow, this is so mint and nice. Not a good look, bud. And I was just like, yeah.
Yikes.
Like most of the communist comments,
yikes.
it can't just be like one sentence. They have to make a whole paragraph of like why they're offended.
Yeah. And then, of course, that makes it easy for me because I'm like, it sounds like commie gobbledygook. Gobbledygook, and then just post it in there.
Post the meme where it's like a wall of text and just pointing and laughing.
Not getting
They're
this
at it again.
Well, I do shit on Critical Drinker, but he did teach me one thing. If you have, like, an inside joke, run that thing into the ground. Just like, yeah, with like, hey, Kathleen Kennedy, and then the poop joke, and then Nicolas Cage screaming in the room full of blood. It's like, just do it again.
Yep, smells like shark.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that a million times. He did it again, Drinker. That shit works. You can't call it unaffected.
I know.
It freaking works.
I'm actually annoyed it works so well.
Guess it makes
the recap for my like what's your most successful video? It's like something about Kingdom Come Deliverance, like a dude kissing on the cover. I'm like, this is what your audience wants. Was my audience gay?
Yeah. But doctor, I am Pachinko the clown.
Yeah, exactly. Twice to the best. Go see him.
Yeah, I know, and I help myself sleep at night by thinking to myself, no, it's like satirically doing that. It's ironic. I'm not actually doing the Krusty the Clown gimmick, but I'm like, yeah, I kind of am, though. So it's like, But I mean, it's working.
Stay the line, Bart.
Yep. Your Ghost in the Shell review was perfect. I'm glad you liked it. I actually forgot. I haven't watched it in so long. I watched it now. I didn't realize how short the plot was. I'm like, oh, and now that I'm like, I actually read short stories and books and that now. I'm like, dude, this is just a short story. It's like The Short Life of Francis McComb, but it's cyberpunk. And that's when I realized, yeah, they were just here to give you mostly vibes in a short story.
I mean, some of those short stories can be really good. I liked I think about Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness. I thought that was a lot of fun, even though it's pretty short.
Yeah.
As far as it goes.
And then with anime, just making it all look really nice and sound really good. Just being able to sit there. And I realize now, I haven't said it in the video, but it was like, you know how many videos there are now that it's just like Minecraft and you're just somebody with like a cabin and a little torch going off and it just has some Minecraft tunes playing, or you're sitting in the jazz bar and it just plays jazz music, or there's this one I have with like black cats playing jazz. And this channel, that's all it does is play like hours of that. And I realized, like, that Ghost in the Shell, the vibe part of it, that's that. The Kino.
Yeah. They nailed that cyberpunk.
Yeah.
What is the Kino? Like, I see that now. I guess it doesn't mean what I think it means. What does that mean?
It sort of does. It's like chill. If you were to think, you would probably have called it, oh, that's so chill. But they don't say, because Zoomers can't just use millennial language, because that's chuggy.
Yeah, a lot of 4chaners just use it to mean like great, cinema, very cinematic, like it's pure Kino. It's just so
maybe
good.
Kind of like a aesthetically pleasing kind of.
Yeah, but you can't call it aesthetic because aesthetic's a different thing.
They use it really ironically and probably wrong too. So it's just usually just to piss people off, calling something pure Kino.
Well, technically, it's post-ironic. Yeah. I've learned about this. They use it as post-ironic, where a millennial would say something ironically, as in we don't actually believe it, and that's the joke. But they do it in a way that you don't know if they believe it or don't believe it, and you not understanding that is the joke.
Oh, goodness, yeah.
I know. Dude, like, pissing off Dad was so much easier when it was just a boomer, and they were just like, say what you mean and mean what you say. And you're like, I didn't mean this at all. Fuck you, Dad. But now the Zoomers, they have all this like layered shit to go and deal with. They're very stupid, but extremely smart at the same time. Oh, yeah. I don't know. They're going after World War II pretty hard. I think the N-word's got days are numbered.
I think so too.
Which I didn't know.
Swastikas will be on like
10
years, and man, we're being said again.
It's just, of all the hills to die on, that's the one they chose. And I'm like, good for you. And to be fair, some of it's really good. Like, there's a YouTuber on here called Zoomer Historian. And all he does is like, hey, just displaying the facts without my feelings. So anyway, the reason that Churchill was a monster and Austrian painter actually did what was reasonable at the time was... And I'm watching it, and at the end, I'm like, dude, he's got a point.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then there's a Canadian one. Oh, yeah, we even got one. Ours is Wilhelm apologist. He wants to go back to the monarchy. And he brings up the same thing, but it's Canadian-based, so nobody would care, but it's neat to see how, like, Diefenbaker was a traitor or whatever, right?
Yeah, there's some of the stuff that, like, it's like us finding out that Abraham Lincoln wasn't so great. Like, what?
Yeah.
He wasn't the greatest president ever?
No, he was a bit of a tyrant, which I kind of fell off with Razor Fist for the longest time, but he brought me back with that Abraham Lincoln video. I'll give him that. When he sticks to when he sticks to what he knows and he avoids all the other nonsense, like Melanie Mack standing.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
I hope he got laid out of that one.
Better have.
I mean, he's gonna regret it, probably. I mean, look at Melanie Mack.
Well, you can't really tell. For all you know, she could be just an absolute machine behind the scenes.
I mean, that's a car scratching waiting to happen, you know?
Well, after, but not during.
She could take a stick of butter. Who knows what else could take, you know?
Hey! No, I think most of
my
those
God, man. The inappropriateness is off the charts.
Yes, it is.
What happened to butter?
She eats a stick of butter a day.
Oh,
yeah.
she really? She eats a stick of butter a day? Like, no joke?
She says she does.
She was in paleo diet.
It's so weird seeing her on those, like, gaming panel shows, like, 10 years ago, where it's like, damn, girl, what happened? But then her husband turned out to be gay or something, and she found them in their wedding bed. It's like, okay.
Wait, is that what happened?
Yeah, she found her husband with his boyfriend in their bed.
Oh, he was trying to pray the gay away, but Melanie Mack wasn't enough.
Nope.
That kind of sucks too, because yeah, I didn't know what she looked like back in the day. I didn't watch any G4 stuff. I kind of missed that whole train. But like her and who's the chick with the fish? Played Electra, the other hot one.
I don't know.
I read just
know
what
who
her
you mean, but-
Case or Munn, Olivia Munn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then the two of them, I was like, dude, I missed out on all this. Gamer girls were great back in the day. Now I just don't like how they're all kind of, I don't know,
Yeah.
middle-aged crazy. It's like when Catherine Zeta-Jones, they found out she was bipolar, and everybody was like, oh, why?
Yeah, and her pussy gave Michael Douglas mouth cancer.
Oh,
Jesus.
wow.
I think Gilbert Donald like had a whole bit about that, about how he would just die of throat cancer. Of course, I
Probably.
did it.
Yep.
1, 2, 3,
I
4,
would risk-
5, 6.
I mean, is
Oh
there
yeah,
a celebrity woman who isn't bipolar or whatever?
bisexual.
Meryl Streep's probably normal enough.
Oh, you think?
Maybe.
Meryl?
Hey, I love
Well,
the
what's
Devil
the
Wears
craziest thing?
Prada.
Like the craziest thing I could think of Meryl Streep was that one day she was talking about how she hated Trump, but it was kind of like unhinged, but it's like safe unhinged. It wasn't crazy like he was the devil. It's just like I don't like him. And I'm like, all right, I could live with that.
Mm-hmm. Not too
Roseanne's
bad.
crazy. Who else is?
Well, you live in Canada, so you can live with a lot of things, especially Indians.
Oh no, we don't say that here. You got to say Native or First Nations.
Stewart.
Or say beat shitter.
Well,
Canadian.
I don't know how it. I don't know. I mean, I know why, but I don't know how we managed to somehow. They managed to miss the DEI train. Like every other minority was like in on it, and these guys are like, "Hey, what about us?" They're like, "Yeah, no. You don't get this, sir."
Apparently, we're getting a lot of Indians now too. It's like, oh, I did not know that.
Oh, and I used to think too. It's like, what happens if they're all gone? Like, what happens when you run out? But then somebody did the math, and they said the entire, like, all the Commonwealth and the Western, everywhere but the States. You take the States out of the equation and all the European and Western countries, we're like 200 million people, and that doesn't put a dent in like the Indian population. So they could go, yeah.
Where like they're just like circling the globe like 5 times. You lay them back to back or something like that.
Yeah, so you could have like a 50% Indian displacement here, and India is still probably like the second most populated country on Earth after that. So it's
Terrifying. India and China could flood the world with
literal
immigrants.
Zerg rush or Tyranid or
Exactly. Pick your
Zerg.
bug alien.
yeah, pick your science fiction nerd hobby reference. Actually, I would probably call the Chinese the what are the space commies again? The
Tau.
Gundam. Yeah, the Tau. I'd probably call them the Tau. Although the Tau aren't xenophobic. They don't mind anybody coming in as long as they're commie, right?
Yeah, I think they still have a cast. Like, it's just, just the lowly. You have to be one of the lowly runts in the Empire.
All right. So you see the plan here? There's going to be 2 towers, and then I'll put an archway in between them. And I don't know if that... I didn't plan on having a plane flying into it, but now that you guys have mentioned it, I'm seriously considering it.
Well, there is a
Also
video.
Minecraft.
There's a video out there of a guy that made a working plane for Minecraft. I don't know if
So like
he
a
has,
flying machine,
like-
but it's actually like the parts of the plane.
yeah, but I don't know. I haven't checked if they have the Lightmatica schematic for it, if it's free or not, or you need to pay for it.
That's still
But
impressive.
there is a working aircraft flying machine out there.
All right. I mean, I don't want to fly it into the thing. I was just going to have like static things. But I kind of wanted to do an airship. I haven't done one of those since like the very first map that we had. I found
Oh
that.
yeah, the airship contest. That was cool.
Yeah, and you guys had some crazy stuff. I remember, was it yours, Dave, that was the hot air balloon? Or was that Paul?
I think that might have been Paul. I'm trying to think. I just made a ship.
Oh yeah. But yeah, the point, and they like there wasn't a bad one in the group. Like nobody had a really crappy one. I think the closest to crappy was the next one when somebody tried to make a big black pill and they only got halfway done. But that was the different contest anyway.
Yeah, I remember Jack Ship getting blown up. I don't know. Was it?
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, if there was a contest right now, I would be the definite winner with my constructions. God damn it.
Oh yeah, between you and Molten, man.
Molten's been a bit absent. It's been a while.
Well, it's because he said he had a bunch of work piling up, and then he had a bunch of downtime, and he was spending it just addicted to this. So he's probably back on the job right now.
Yeah.
Which kudos to him, man. He left us a great legacy.
That is Minecraft sometimes. Like when you get like super hot into it, and then like you're just done with it. It's like some point.
And then you pick it back up again at one point or another.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what I like about it the most. There's like zero of any of that stuff that Dave's been complaining about. Like there's no addictive mechanics to it. There's no loot box mechanics to it. It's just a game. It's like a toy, and you play it, and then you're done, and then you put it away, and then when you're bored, you pick it up later and you play it again. I'm like, that's great. I would love that if every game was that, but they aren't.
Well,
is it really addictive? I mean, would you suck dick for it?
That's what I mean. It's not. Yeah. Well, to be fair, a lot of them do suck dick for it. I mean, you saw Destiny.
Ooh. Oh god.
And he was one of the better North American StarCraft players. I'm just saying.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So you have to suck dick to get really good?
I think once you get really good so that you can suck dick.
Oh.
Like it's like
what
an
if you
entrance
don't want
fee.
to?
Well, I guess you can get better at sucking dick because supposedly his blowjob video, some people watched it in its entirety.
Oh god,
and they were like, it's not even any good.
Oh god.
Oh dude, yeah. Twitter, they gave me like a 3-second GIF on one random comment. Like, oh god damn it.
No.
But then a bunch of the Jack Murphy research types are like, dude, he's not even any good at it. If you're gonna post your sex tape online, at least perform. I was like, fair, but fuck.
And it's funny, and it's like not really joking, like how for real. It's like, and then you're like, oh god.
Yeah, the real is the joke.
Yeah.
Come on, slap your ass like you do. Pretend you're debating that dick. Just start running your mouth. Jesus, man.
Oh, god.
Grind your jaw every podcast, and the one time they need it, you don't. Fucking idiot.
Oh god, just imagine like.
Okay, chat was like, what the fuck? Stop.
Imagine he starts grinding.
Money, they said stop, so stop it, please, for all our sakes. Oh, I'm gonna have nightmares. Oh.
Hey, so imagine like you're getting a BJ, and then like the girl like does that grinding thing like he does like with his mouth, and you're like, ah.
Oh, the coke jaw thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know a lot of people didn't know about like the telltale signs of when somebody's got a coke problem. They're all like, why is he doing that? Like, you don't know?
Dude, one of my favorite comedy bits was back in the 90s when Conan O'Brien was pretty good. And he had like these crazy off the wall characters that would come out. Made no sense at all, but one of them was a cocaine werewolf. And it'd be this werewolf dressed up in a suit, and he'd be like rubbing his nose.
I remember that. Yeah, there was him and then the masturbating bear.
Oh god, yeah. And then there was like
it's funnier than it sounds, guys.
hermit.
Trust me. The reason chat's like, what?
Yeah.
No, it's actually pretty funny.
The music
was
really
great.
makes
Yeah, and they were doing like yakety sax in the background or something like that.
And he'd be like, "Don't you dare, bear! Don't you dare!" And then he'd reach down and go, "Oh,
damn it, bear!"
damn it!"
That's what worries me because I know that's the Conan O'Brien everybody remembers when they talk about how great Conan is, but I know he's not that anymore. I mean, granted, he's like 62, so.
Right.
Yeah. Oh god, is it not worse than Bill Burr? I can't stand that guy anymore.
Oh, way better than Bill Burr. I'm so angry, man. And I get everybody's blaming his wife, but I get it. Like, he's getting all these fancy Hollywood movies, so he hangs around with Hollywood people, and he starts to adopt Hollywood things.
Absolutely, you got to keep that Disney money flowing.
Yeah, but I think he like bought the Kool-Aid because his like, oh, dude, I'm making tons of money on this. Of course, I believe what these people believe. Like, I think he's lying to himself.
Yeah, a little too sincere.
He's like in that black podcast, like, trying to, hey guys, isn't Trump bad? It's like, oh, this is so sad.
Yeah,
Like,
white people suck so bad.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, that guy's been doing comedy for like decades. He had to scrape and crawl from the bottom to the top. So maybe it's like most of the guys. Fuck it. I've paid my dues. I've put the work in. Now I'm gonna cash in. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, but I
disagree
he's
with
got to
you
be
about
making more money with that Disney shit than he is on the comedy, right? Like, go Eddie Murphy if you're gonna sell out. Or maybe I don't know. I don't know the money. Maybe if he's like, no, these comedy specials are raking in all this great liberal money now. I don't know.
I mean, I really dislike the whole, well, you know, he had to work hard to get where he is, so it's okay if he sells out. I really hate that argument. It's like, no.
Yeah, they're the
that's
same
not an
people that tell me that, well, Myron's the hardest working asshole. Like, I don't care. I don't
Yeah,
care how hard
he
he works at being shit.
Yeah, he sucks. His narrative sucks. His talking points suck. Deport. Like, I don't care how hard he works. He still sucks.
Yeah,
So more like quit while you're ahead. That kind of
Well,
thing.
I guess.
not even that. Just get better material, you know? Same as Bill Burr. You know, if he sucked as much as a comic, which he didn't, by the way, he was funny as shit.
Yeah,
It was
all the
only
Boston
years
guys were.
after he had already made the money, he was well off, that all of a sudden he started like, oh, I hate Elon Musk. He dares to come to this country and then dictate what we're going to do. It's like, shut up, Bill.
You know the day
Yeah,
that it happened? I remember the exact joke when you saw him turn. Like, you remember that Ralph Wiggum? Like, you could see the frame where his heart breaks. It's when he had that joke about getting cross-checked by a lesbian walking down the street. That was the moment.
Oh no! What
That's
was
the moment
it? I don't remember.
Well, he was talking about how he got, like, just shoulder checked by some chick he was walking on the other side of the street, and he was like, what the fuck is that? And he was used to boss where people get in the face. She just blew right by him, and then he was going to get mad and start yelling at her. Then he realized, oh, she's a lesbian. Of course she's mad. She dates women. And it was kind of like that that transition. I was like, oh no, I don't know why. It was kind of funny, but it wasn't as funny, and I kind of couldn't figure out why. But after a while, I'm like, oh, I get it now. Yeah, exactly. It's not even a death, not a thing. It's just a whimper. Yeah.
God, too much.
But like,
Once you get
stuff about this kid is true.
Oh, about the cucking thing? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, I know the wife stuff makes sense because I remember when I was listening to his podcast, that one time he went to the basement and he would talk about how his wife wouldn't want him in there, and they tried bringing her on the podcast, and she kind of and I just thought she was busting his balls, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe not. And then his jokes all of a sudden started to sound like he was part of, like, Black Lives Matter and stuff. I'm like, oh.
Then he got rid of his dog, the dog he loved.
Which, wasn't she the one that made him get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it reminds me of that short story you posted a couple of days back.
Oh, yeah.
Although Bill didn't get to see his dog, you know, till the end.
You know what I love about Nick, by the way, off topic? When I sent him that one and asked for feedback, he's like, yeah, your ending needs work. I'm like, and then we kind of walked through why, and I'm like, God, he's actually got a point.
Oh, so the ending, your ending wasn't originally in the script?
No, that is the
first
original
draft?
ending. I didn't send it to him for editing. I just like wanted his like thoughts on it afterwards. Like, hey, your ending needs work. And he's right. It was mostly I could have established something more definitive, because I don't know if you guys saw the first one where he just like calls his wife a bitch and he's gonna divorce her. And he's like, yeah, that kind of comes out of nowhere, but then it's like it's not definitive. Like if he had rode off into the sunset with the new puppy, you know, like, hey, let's find you a hotel or something like that. He's like, at least then it's more permanent, as opposed to this where it could just be like a flaccid, I hate you, temper tantrum. And I'm like, oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is like if you want to take I'm not bragging, I'm just using numbers. If you want to take like an 8 out of 10 story and put it to a 9 out of 10, like those kind of changes.
Yeah. I liked him calling. I liked it when he called her a cunt. That was good.
I mean, I did too. It's the way I wrote it. But yeah. But I mean, that's what I like about it, because he kind of gets, I don't want to just do slop. I don't want to have booking as marketing. I actually do want to get better as a writer through the books too. And so even if it's good enough and you guys would like it in that, I try to make my metric for how I want to grow a different metric than does an audience like it. I don't know if that makes any sense. Kind of the same as the Manosphere videos that I was doing. It's like I don't want to be that fucking guy. Like I never want to be the Myron that's just like fuck, I better yell at Jews. That's what's popular. Like, no.
What about Israel?
Dude, I really don't care about Israel, and I'm like, I get why everybody does. I've heard all the memes, but like the Rockefellers they haven't done shit in like 100 years. Let it go.
Yeah.
They aren't even named in the JFK files. Like, come on. And that was 80 years ago. I'm just saying. We don't need an evil cabal of Illuminati lizard people right now because they have websites. They put their names on it as the board of directors. We're losing your connection, Dave.
It's bad, Dave. You're really cutting.
Really bad. That's all right. I'll read the super chat while Dave kicks it in. Dark Knight Dev with the $10 super chat. I was watching a stream where this guy rambles on about how girls make more money and are hypergamous because he watches Fresh and Fit. Now he applies motive like Myron as to why women do certain things. Really? Is he blaming hypergamy on the Jew? That's awesome.
Probably will.
That's awesome. You know who did this, right? Let me guess. Yeah, I saw the Jewish guys invented the bikini to destroy Western society, and I'm like, it's a pretty easy way to destroy something if it's really that good, but whatever, go off, King. That's too funny. triple parentheses hypergamy. But like, if you're gonna rant about like a Jewish conspiracy, like make it entertaining. I would go over the top. Some kind of weird meeting, maybe like a nose surgery is like part of like the initiation. Like just go completely 11 out of 10 psychotic, and then like crazy cuts. Like actually, there's this guy. I just found out he's like a multi-million subscriber YouTube channel. I just found him though, so he's new to me. Flesh Destroyer or something. Fuck, I gotta look it up. Flesh Eater, Flesh.
Just take a picture
Simulated
of
Flesh Mannix. Flesh Simulator.
Ooh. Take a picture of every Jew like out today, and then show them like with the fake nose, like the giant 6-inch long Jew nose. This was them before. They're lying for you.
But Flesh Simulator, you'd like him. He's just a guy holding his microphone, like but he's got like that Unabomber Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas kind of look about him, like the Norwood 4 or whatever. And he would just rant about like the pizza party, Pizzagate thing in DC. And his joke is like, oh my God, just by looking these up and telling him like ghost stories, I've gone schizophrenic. But he's like, he does it really good when he wants to start talking about like the Jewish conspiracies and that, but make it entertaining. Like he gets it's like a work.
Yeah, you gotta use the voice too. You gotta go, the Jews.
Why do you want to sound like that character from The Simpsons? Cliven.
Oy vey.
And I guess I just liked Mel Brooks too much to want to go down like fully Myronized.
Oh, yeah.
Plus it seems,
dude.
Yeah, and this
the
whole
the creepy circumcision, then like, oh, they have to suck it like that thing in or something. I don't know. Ugh.
Yeah, like the New York cave people, that was pretty funny. I liked that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, you need to get a video. I hadn't seen it yet, but like show them like coming in and out of the cave and then with the Benny Hinn music. It'd be great.
Good stuff.
Or the one where they're in the
90.
basement and they're all like fighting with the police. Like, they're like, oh, get away. Great.
So if I do this, I think it's this one then. It's going to be so that block is 90, which means I'm doing some maths here. No, that counts as 89. So one more up. And then, yeah. All right, look at that.
Like
perfectly even. Ow. Oh, were we just talking about this one? Yeah, the Myron one. And it's like, now that there's like all these Palestinian protests everywhere and stabbings and all this stuff, I kind of like, I don't know, I might just join. Like, if you can't beat them, join them. Like, whatever. Yeah, the central banks, the fiat currency, that's fine. No Christmas market drivings, I'm just saying. So maybe I want to be on the Palestine side. Mish hates the
Brum.
Palestinians. I'm like, if you can't trust him, who can you trust?
He hates everybody, which is great.
Well, that's not true. He really likes us.
Yeah, that's right.
And the guy who designs the Toyota Tacoma or Raptor, or was it a Raptor or a Rav4 or?
Oh goodness.
Tundra? Oh no, it was the Tundra, wasn't it?
Yeah, or just the classic Toyota like pickup, Hilux or whatever.
Oh, the Helix, maybe.
Yeah.
He just seems like the guy who gets like a 150, you know, a Ford 150 extended cab, extended box. It's like, who are you kidding? Where are you gonna load plywood? Get out of here. Half-ton extended box. Fuck off. That's with dualies. Dualies on a half-ton. You know those guys? Tonneau covers. I can hate these guys. God. You just know I'm only here because it gets me laid. It's like, yeah, maybe.
Oh, dude. Talking about the Down syndrome. Mish posted. Well, I mean, speaking of Mish, Mish posted that picture of the brown Down syndrome people from Saudi Arabia.
Oh, like, dude, their humor is like they give no fucks.
McDonald's. It's great. Like they showed all the Down syndrome people at McDonald's, and it's like great. Oh, it's wonderful.
Do you remember the one?
I didn't know they came in brown.
Yeah. Do you remember the one he showed us where it was like they just kept pranking him? So on this one they tied the Downy, the short, and he was like a midget Downy kid, and he tied his leg around that big fat guy, and then they fucked with the big fat guy, so so they started chasing him, and they just drags the kid out the door.
Oh, it's wonderful. And he's like, that little squeaky voice.
Yeah. And it's like they're at the 1980s level of inappropriate humor, and it's awesome.
Oh, I know. They just hadn't got the topless nudity yet.
Yeah, they'll get there. The hoes can drive now, so they can drive to interviews.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they take the fake snake and they throw, or it might have been a real snake, and they throw them in like the tent with them, and the tent like rolls around like for 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's good. If you guys get a chance, Chad of Arabia, Mish, follow his account. Yeah. He always sends he always posts like really good Arabic TikTok memes and reels, and those guys they're just way better at it. Like none of this dancing girls with the Ghibli stuff. They're like, no, let's show some Downies falling off a cliff or something.
And
is it back on Twitter? Is it back on Twitter?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, throwing stuff off of roofs, good stuff.
His Substack is amazing.
That is true. He's the only person who works in HR who actually can talk to guys. He's literally that. He's his own man. He's Tigger. There's only one Tigger.
Yep.
By the way, I said it to my girl once about me because I'm like a weird type of non-minority but non-white guy. So I'm like Tigger. There's only one. But she wasn't thinking of Winnie the Pooh. She's like, dude, you can't say that. I'm like, dude, it's Winnie the Pooh. She's like, oh yeah.
she thought the Kramer. She thought you were acting like Kramer.
She thought I was having a Laugh Factory moment. Whammon, am I right?
I'm gonna get in the reference on this one.
Kramer did a comedy skit.
Yeah, Tigger, your reference, Tigger, Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, that one I get. What
other word rhymes with Tigger?
Oh, okay.
See, now that's why you are the best out of us, because like I wouldn't even think of. I don't see color, but you really meant it. You were like Jack, except for he knows what fucking Downy hookers look like. Don't play that. I don't know what government Downy hookers look like. Well, you better. If you ever want to get on my stream again, you better come back with like a mid or like, dude, 10 out of 10. Government works. I want to hear one or the other. None of this.
To be honest, the main thing in the selection is either they're very good looking, or they need to have that something, that je ne sais quoi, that makes them appealing. Otherwise, that's the main thing in selection.
Oh, like that feminist fish mouths. A lot of guys have that fetish for that.
Yeah, they can be butt ugly. Let's be clear, they can be butt ugly, but they can be real thin. Like there is this chick from. No
one's told me what a strip club is yet.
next to India, what's the other country? The island one.
Pakistan?
No, the island one.
Philippines? Indonesia?
Next to India. Come
Macedonia?
on.
Yeah, well, the Philippines are next to India. Everything in there is next to India. Australia?
Wait, I'm gonna look it up. Google Maps.
Morocco?
That's Africa. God damn it.
Really? You were gonna get me? You're trying to drive me to Africa. You're like, what's that island by India? That was what you chose? Jesus, man. What's that island? What's that island next to Europe? Right, Africa. Fucking guy.
That's Madagascar next to Africa.
Yeah, it's like you're right, but like, dude, don't set me up like this.
Sri Lanka.
Oh, okay, okay, that actually makes sense.
Yeah, real thin. Like you wouldn't dare to touch her because you would be scared that you would break her. So not very attractive, almost none shape whatsoever. But she has this energy around it that makes her appeal. If you look beyond the physical.
Oh, Rolo calls those spinners.
Yeah. So although she's not per se physically attractive, she has that something. So that kind of compensates. So there is kind of a selection you need to pull.
Dating sites used to be awesome here too. Like OkCupid actually had a blog.
Yeah.
It was a great blog. They had like a data-driven blog, but they didn't base it on research they found. They actually ran analytics on their own data. And they actually gave that as advice to women. Like the worst thing you can be in online dating is a 7, they said. You need to be a 2 or a 10. And the reason why is because the 10s were the most attractive, so everybody goes after them. But the 2s would always have like a very loyal fetish type base that's really into stuff. So they're like, yeah, if you have tattoos, don't hide your tattoos. Like exaggerate your tattoos. If you have blue hair, don't do it because most people will think you're a 2 and not like you, but the ones that like you really fucking like you. And I was like, dude, that's like the best advice you could give somebody who goes online dating. The other one, if you guys remember when they were, I don't know if you guys remember this, but every guy knows like you're not supposed to smile on the camera. You're supposed to like stare away from the camera, like you're looking somewhere else. And girls are supposed to smile and stare at the camera. They actually did that, and they checked like messaging rates. Who messaged women the most? And it turns out staring at the camera, smiling for a woman, the best way to get messaged. For guys, don't look at the camera, don't smile. Like it's the best way to get messaged. But it was great, and it sucks because they had to take all that down. You have to find it on the Internet Archive now. And that was like right as like neo-masculinity, red pill, Manosphere, and pickup stuff, like all of that transition was happening all at the same time in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, and then fucking the LGBT shit came in and just nuked all of it, and so now it's all gone now, man. It's all gone. Uh-oh, they're having a fight now in the chat. Asian girls versus Latinas. This is one of them King Kong versus Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
I'm Latino, man. God damn it! All the best so far have always been Latino.
You know what? I'm going against the grain here. I'm talking about the Europeans, Northern Europeans, like the Swedish, the Swiss, French.
They need to have some booze in them.
Booze or boobs?
Booze. Alcohol.
Oh,
they literally need to warm up.
Oh no, they can use a cup size or two. I agree with that.
Well, the guys are arguing about Asians. Like everybody needs boob size. I get it.
I'm talking about liquor. They need some alcohol in them to loosen up, and a lot.
I'm not worried about all the cultural blah blah blah. I'm talking just strict Kino check. Everybody's like, oh, Asian girls, oh, Latinas. For me, it's Northern European girls.
Yep, agreed. I do not have yellow fever. I can get down with the Latinas, but nothing beats a good old-fashioned European.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm even willing to go on a limb and talk about like British chicks, but I think they've been psyoped with all that that posh like Cockney shit. Really ugly British girls, but they used to be way better.
Dude, Manchester, those chicks, holy shit! Do you know Bert Skull Betty?
Oh man, I don't, but I love when they talk and it's like singing. I love that shit. That's why I really wish that video would have taken off, the one about Spaced Out, because I'm like, dude, look at these British women. They look nice. Even the ones that kind of do up all goofy, make the one with like a unibrow look and thing, even she was cute. And their voices are like sing-songy. Like, it's great. And dude, a good Irish girl, oh. The Irish.
I never had an Irish chick. I had a Brit, but never an Irish one.
I've
Tell the
never.
rest.
Well, Catherine Zeta-Jones is the only Welsh girl I know.
And of
And
course you
everyone
backed her.
And everyone thought she was Spanish or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they played it up. They gave her fucking tan makeup and Zorro, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, it's clearly a Spaniard." Turns out without makeup, she's just like the whitest chick you know. All right.
Rest in peace, Trevor Moore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, I
So
know.
weird.
Cancer or something.
No, fell off a roof.
Oh, was that it? It was an accident?
Yeah, fell off a balcony.
Poor
Dipshit.
bastard. Heck, I still remember his. Do you remember a sketch he did where he was telling you things that are illegal? Like you're not allowed to say you want to kill the president.
Yeah,
But he
yeah,
would
yeah,
just
yeah.
kept saying like, and this is something you definitely can't say. And he just kept saying all the things that's illegal to say, and then don't say it, and started winking. I'm like, dude, this sketch is brilliant.
Yeah. I
Not
remember
a single
that one.
leftist has used that to try and like kill Trump, and it would have been like, don't do that. But you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. You fucking.
I
know.
love the one where he sneaks in somebody's house, and then he starts telling the child little known world facts like, when you grow up to be 18, the national debt will be so high that your baby brother will be born with a 100,000 debt that he has to pay off. And when you go to college, tuition won't be affordable. And that he keeps going until the baby cries, and then he runs out the house.
That's actually kind of funny too.
Yeah, he turned out to be right.
Look at Sack in the chat. Hey guys, I like women too. There you go. Well, welcome to the conversation, sir.
We do not have yellow fever.
Yeah, remember, we don't hate all women. We just hate specific women. As a general principle, though, we don't tend to have a problem. Fuck, I've been having this thing running this whole time. Why am I not?
All the women you know, they're different. They're not
Well,
like the other girls.
Like, give me a chance to not like you. I won't just assume I don't like you at the start.
Ryan, do you need smooth stone or? I have a
No,
shit
I
ton
just
of them. I
gotta-
don't use.
I probably got some. I just
You
haven't-
I have,
that-
I have
that's-
shulker boxes full of them, so you can use them if you want.
Besides, I should be ending the episode by now anyway, so oops. Oh,
Yeah, I
wait.
have a shit ton of shulker boxes with smooth stone, so I have way too much. You can use them.
All right, I might take you up on that then. I will let you know.
Ryan
Me-
does.
which means never. I'll bring them to you.
Not necessarily. But it gives me an excuse to start digging more onto my underground little layer here. I have a plan to make like an underground cave, but I got to clear out large amounts of thing. And I always hated how whenever you were storing large amounts of stuff in here, you have like 1,800 chests of stone. And so I kind of like trying to simultaneously have big stone projects too, so I can kind of keep my... Like I
That's why-
don't want a giant... I don't want this thing to be full of storage at all times. I want to kind of empty it as much as possible.
Well, you should look into a new method of mining, of automatic mining. They use one of the new potions combined with the armadillo.
There's a new potion?
Yeah,
What's the
there
new
are several
potion?
new potions. Something when you take damage, you spawn silverfish, for example, is one of the new potions.
Oh, that's weird.
And they use it on an armadillo. And so the silverfish spread out, get into the blocks, and the only blocks that remain are the ones that can be infested. So stone, for
Nobody likes
example,
infested
will-
blocks.
will disappear, and the only thing remain are all the ores.
Oh, I see what
roots.
you're doing. Yeah, so they're just doing like the old Ethos Labs silverfish factory.
Yeah, and then apply to mining, so you can save a bunch of time.
I guess I could. Yeah. Man, I'm so curmudgeon-y. And you're curmudgeon-y about a pixelated block game? Yes! Leave me alone. I kind of just miss the old-fashioned way, you know? Maybe that's just me.
The old way. Yeah, where you play with blocks out in your yard.
Well,
Kinda.
take a tour around Atlantis and enjoy the sights.
Oh, it's gonna make double blocks, damn it. Actually, you know what? Maybe that'll work better when I have it all kind of hodgepodgey like this. Yeah.
You know
Well,
what,
no, I'm
that's
with.
how
I like
we-
it. I kind of like. I'm working on my best to make it like a less efficient playing experience. It was with the the way the mods and everything was going, everything was becoming too efficient, and it made it harder for me to think creatively. But now I can think creatively again.
You know what that tower needs? More gray.
It's gonna be all gray. Don't get me wrong. I flat out wanted it monochrome because I want to have. If I'm doing colors, it's gonna be all on the ground. And then I just want this to be here because I watched this YouTube video by this guy Solar Sans, and he was talking about megaphobia. I think it was the fear of very large things, and then he was showing a lot of brutalism stuff and a lot of not Geiger, but another artist that does that stuff, and it was just these big, ugly monstrosities. I'm like, dude, I get it.
I thought that was a porn niche.
No, not this time.
Giant women, giant tits.
Well, there was actually, yeah, here, Jack, and I'll relate it to you. There's an anime that's out. I don't remember what the guy's name is that made it, but it's the idea that there was it's 1,000 years in the future, and there was these machines that their whole job was to build a city, and so they built a city the size of the universe, and the guy's just wandering through it, and it's just like a never-ending slog. Do you know what I'm talking about, or no?
I guess.
Don't make me pull it up. I didn't care about the manga. Oh, it was a manga, not an anime. That's why.
If you say so, Ryan. Whatever.
Look, it was just they took an idea to absurdity, and I actually enjoy that stuff because it gets me thinking outside of the box, and that helps me when I'm trying to be creative. But yeah, it was just like nanomachines. They were supposed to rebuild a city, but the civilization that got out of control and it started taking everything out of the solar system and then using it to make a city. And now it's just a huge liminal space, and the comic was mostly about the guy going through it. I enjoyed it. You fucking pricks.
It's not about the destination. It's the friends we made along the way.
You get it. All right, so I'm having to get rid of these half blocks here, so it's going to be kind of annoying, but this first level makes it easy, I guess. And then I'll probably get off. Oh, dude, I don't have a topic for Saturday. That was what I was going to be doing here. World trade? Blame. They weren't supposed to be the world trade. It's you guys with your damn plane jokes, and now they're kind of half world trade. So we'll get there. Just not yet. All right, so here's what I'll do. I'll just manually do these ones. Some individuals. There. Anywho, I'll have to look it up again. And then there's there's a bunch of videos they always have out too, where it's like comparing the size of things that are in different medium, like spaceships, and they'll show like the size of the Enterprise versus like the Neon Evangelion one. And I guess there's a bunch of animes that have like, I think it's Neon Genesis Evangelion has like planet-sized robots or like solar system-sized robots. I don't know the themes of it. I just thought the concept was cool of making something so grossly large that it
it's like what's his name? God damn it!
Lovecraft?
What's his name from Fantastic Four?
The Thing?
Galactus?
Mr. Stretch? Oh, Galactus. Yeah, kind of like that stuff. But a lot of the stuff was bigger than Galactus even. And I found the idea neat where something is so large that it's no longer a character, but like a concept. Anyway, so that's why I'm putting this giant fucking square right there.
Okay.
Like that, all that rigmarole for what? You're doing what? Oh, Jesus, man.
Just to be there, you know, just be present.
Yeah.
Nobody knows why it's there. It's just there.
And then maybe I'll fill things in there. Maybe I'll make it ugly. Maybe I'll like semi-destroy some parts of it. I don't know. The world's my oyster.
True.
But that's one thing I'm learning now. Like my best writing days are the days where I just think of like just random shit and then try to draw connections. Like that schizo shit. I honestly believe the guys who do the best conspiracy theory stuff would have been some of the greatest creatives if they would just stop ranting about the Jews and just start thinking about like story ideas. I'm talking paintings, movies, sculptures, all that shit.
You really think Myron would be a good writer?
He's not a good writer. He's not a good conspiracy theorist either. He just literally rants and yells about the Jews, but he doesn't anything creative. Like the guy who did Zeitgeist, where he's like, oh, the central bank and ancient Egypt. Like, dude, that's some clever shit.
He could write the plots to gay porn.
Yeah. Let me guess. He fixes the plumbing, Myron. He'd be like, "Fuck you, Ryan." Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, it is funny too, though, how Clary. He's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like if he sees I say something just like a shit post on whoever, and I get the information wrong, he'll come in and correct me. Like I made some joke about the thing where Myron's what's the other guy? Walter is, my life is better than your life, showing pictures of him popping bottles at the club with the Tates.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, I was doing this back when, I don't know, what was it used to do before you yelled at the Jews? And Clary's letting me know. He's like, hey, just so you know, Walter's not the guy who yells at the Jews. That's Myron. I was like, fucking guy, I don't care. But thanks. I know. How do you not like, everybody likes Clary. How could you not?
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true. Like, if you don't like Clary, you just know you did something wrong,
You're just a damn Democrat.
Yeah. That's a good litmus test. Like if anybody that you're questioning whether they're cool or not, you're like, what do you think about Aaron Clary? Oh, that's all I need to know.
You're not wrong. You're really not.
Like, I hate Cappy. Well, that tells me enough about you.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
not
that's
even,
it.
I don't like Cappy. I don't like his work. Like, I can get that. It's just not liking him. Like, it's like Ed Lattimore. He's the other one. Nobody doesn't like Ed. It's impossible not to like Ed.
You're like, well, I'm not having a beer with you then.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
got
no
the
having,
super
no drinking
chat.
with Ed. You know that.
You
Oh,
got the
well, I
super-
mean,
Oh, with me. Oh, I get it. Yeah, the character that it was. Yeah, the scene. I get it.
No, you actually got a super chat.
Oh,
Ooh.
Jesus. Jean
Somebody paid.
Simon Larose. $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Why did you make me cry about a dog this week? Oh, you know what? I had to, man. I was
yeah.
inspired. I was literally going on a walk with my dogs and my girl. It's the first day of spring. The dogs didn't wear their coats. They went outside. And then it hit me like Saul coming out of the hammer. I was just thinking about like a story idea, and it popped into my head about a guy who was like downtrodden his whole life and eventually stuck up for himself, and then using it as a metaphor for like his dog getting older that he didn't want, but then he fell in love with, but his family kind of abandoned him. It's there. And I was yelling at my girl when she wanted to talk during the walk. I'm like, no, I got to keep this in my head. And I came down and I wrote it on a Sunday, and yeah. And I got a new one coming. I don't know, because I had to go to a funeral this week for a dear friend of mine, and it kind of got me thinking about something else, and I might do another one. So yeah, I'll give you like a cry warning in the future ones. But that's the reason I like it, is like, dude, I even get emotional reading that one, and I would love it if like everything I wrote could give a visceral reaction. Like that's when you know you got to be good at it, and not just sadness, like happy ones, something that makes somebody laugh, like with the dog walker, how Jack's like, yeah, that made me laugh. I love that shit. Because I've noticed that's like, boredom is not a good emotion, and most things that I read just fill me with boredom, and most things I watch on TV fill me with boredom, and I'm like, I just don't want to do that. Tabarnak, Jean Simon Larose peut changer ton nom à quelque chose pour foncer, lol. Oh no, mon derrière, MDR, eh?
Embrasse Marcus, fils de pute.
Oh, look at you guys with your fancy French. You gotta be all Quebecois. You talk like you're talking like a duck.
Oh, Fuji Moon, too crack food.
I don't even know it's correct French. I'm just translating it literally. So.
Oh, okay.
Parlez-vous?
Oh, I don't know. I'm
Parlez-vous?
not sure if it's correct. The worst part is the French that's easiest for me to hear and understand is like the most anglicized French ever. So I always just assume the easier it is for me to understand what's being on there is probably the worse the French is.
Yeah. No, dude, the dog story, yeah, that was kind of rough. I mean, it was good. Like,
I know.
only reason I read it was I saw Rob like retweet it or something and said something. I was like, well, I'll give it a listen. Which, thank goodness, through the app you can listen to it.
Yeah.
Yes, because
And that was good. Yeah.
Yeah, Dante's
good.
been on Let 'Em Burn frequently lately.
Who
Who's
has?
been?
Dante.
Oh, Dante.
Oh,
That's
okay.
good.
I hadn't been in a while. I need to go watch that. Hadn't watched it in a while.
I'll catch him when
Yeah,
I can.
you need to watch Red Evening more, you dick.
Dude, I don't know why. Like Friday nights, like I fall asleep early. Like for the last 2 months, like I don't know. It's weird.
Mhm.
I know I need to.
And yeah,
Marty
Jean
is
Simon,
because-
I knew you're Quebecois. That's why I tried to do my best, like campagnol français. None of this français prop bullshit, you know? Where you start going Frenglish and that, where the cussing is in English because it's better. Except for tabagnac, which is for some reason always the cuss that you want to use. Even though the Parisians don't know. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, you can actually listen to Jean Simon talk. Wasn't he on one of your streams a while ago, Jack?
What?
Jean Simon, he did pop into one of your streams, if I'm not mistaken, a while ago.
Yeah, like last year.
Does he have that tick, like Trois-Rivières accent or Sept Îles?
He does.
Yeah, it's Campagnol. That's the farmer, right?
No, but he's good people. He's good people, man. He's a hardworking dude.
Probably. Dude, he stuck around when I shit on JF Garapi. That's all I need from a Frenchman. Or from a Quebecois. That, and as long as you're not one of them Ville de Quebec guys, he knows what I'm talking about. I don't mind if you're, east of St. Catherine. I don't care if you're purely Quebecois. None of that shit bothers me. Just don't be one of them Ville de Quebec, try to make yourself sound Parisian, international French assholes. That's all I care about. And don't be one of those JF Garapi types. Like, don't marry a tarded girl and then hide her in the woods. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Marty.
Ryan, your towers are a bit small, you know.
No, I don't.
I'll teach you a lesson.
I don't want to provoke anything, but I wouldn't take that.
build them up to the build limit.
I was thinking that, but because my fog, I have the mod for like the old school alpha build fog levels, and the tops just start to fog out, and that's kind of what I wanted.
Okay.
So yeah, I actually have a reason. I didn't just like give up. Although I'm gonna need more blocks.
Who gets this high and has the innate urge to jump? Like what?
Oh, I was doing it 4 or 5 times last stream. You missed that.
Sure. What were you doing?
Do it with lava though.
The urge to jump off a cliff. You have that, don't you?
Did what to jump off a cliff?
Yeah.
Like every time in Minecraft, when you get really high, it's like, wow, how cool would it be if I jump off this?
Oh yeah, I watched Marty play. He would be like, I don't know, what is this? He doesn't even understand what he doesn't understand that is lower than this and what lower even means. He's like, it's a game. It's all flat. What are you doing?
What? That's right. Come on.
You're just making me angry with all of your nonsense babble.
I tried playing Minecraft, but Ryan attacked me and stole all my gear, killed me.
But you didn't have any gear. I was just doing it for funsies. I left your gear in a chest for you, but then you're like, how do I open this chest and get it? And I was like, oh.
No, I think you died, and then I grabbed all your gear, and you're like, "Keep it back, Morty, keep it back."
Oh.
And then you killed me.
Fair.
Like your younger brother, no, I got
He
it.
started it. Well, you don't kill your brother. I'll kill him. Oh damn! My chat disappeared for a bit. LaRose was gonna tell me which kind of Quebecois he was.
He's Quebecois, not French.
Yeah, that's not what I'm asking.
But that's the only thing he said.
I know, but that's not enough. Because there's Montreal International Quebec, there's Ville de Quebec, where they have kind of like the hoity-toity, I'm better than you, trying to speak proper French. There is like the Campagnol, the Kutmi, Sept-Îles, Northern Quebec, the quacky French. There's that like Ghanese French, like the African migrant French that some of the guys have, where they basically sound like African. There's all kinds of different accents, and there's a bunch of like subtle ones that I'm not even nailing right now. Because like they're politicians. When they go do and like a provincial run or whatever, every town they go to, they speak the good ones speak the different accent to relate to the people of the place. It's crazy because in Canada, a province has one accent, they don't care. But in Quebec, like every 30 minutes is a new accent. It's like Britain. South Shore? Oh, okay, South Shore. Gotcha. So that's almost West Island. Almost. Not quite. The South Shore is like the nice part of town. If I remember, it's been a while since I've been down there. I was actually, technically, I've lived in La Salle or Villemard and Griffintown. So I'd have been just kitty corner from South Shore when I lived in Griffintown. No, South Shore is a good place. It's like suburb, wealthier. It's kind of nice. West Island is Anglo. Like if you meet a Quebecer that doesn't speak French, they're from the West Island, like Verdun or something. And then east of St. Catherine Street is where like if you don't speak English and you're from Montreal, you're probably east of St. Catherine. No, they don't do the maple syrup thing. You'd think, but they don't. They actually have shit like creton in for breakfast, which is fucking addictive. But it's like big. It's like fat mixed with breadcrumbs, and they make like a pate out of it. Oh, creton is so goddamn good.
Ooh, yummy.
Well, yeah. When you think of like in the South, you guys like I don't know if you have them, but like some of that frontier food. Like and there's like a Spanish one. What's the Spanish one? Pemmican? It's like that kind of shit. It's like Quebec pemmican. You grew up on that. Oh yeah, dude, the first day I learned how to make it, I was like, "Oh my god, I have to stop eating this cuz you're just eating just like straight fat and it's so good." Oh.
Okay.
So you're not South Shore, Island South Shore. You're like from Monte Agri? I can never pronounce that one.
Blah 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 blah.
Hey, Mr. Fluent French, don't pull that whole blah, 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 quack, quack, quack. You fucking know more than me.
Montegris.
But
yeah.
I am going to head out. This was fun.
Yeah, I got to dip out too. It was fun. All right, so there we go. That's going to be my little twin tower mega structure seen from space to freak people out as they come in. What is this evil place? And then I'm going to get down here. It's going to be like mushroom happy farms and shit. You'll love it. Then the lighthouse is almost finished. I never did finish this fucking farm. It's just sitting there as like a big ugly piece of shit. And I do want to work more. I want to fill this whole place up with like a Wonka village as a spawn chunks.
Will you get Oompa Loompas?
I might finally buckle down and get some villagers.
Or slaves.
The problem is I don't want the farm. It makes the gaming too easy. I'm trying to make it. How do I explain this? So when I was playing the versions before there was enchantments, mining was like effort. Like just having a 5-hour mining session when you're playing on the weekends or whatever, there's totally a thing. And what it did is it restricted the amounts of blocks and the block choices you had, so you had to be more creative. Like if I wanted to build something, I don't have an infinite amount to work with, so I have to make decisions. And I kind of liked that for creativity. And so one of the ways I'm doing that is not getting a villager farm, so I can't just buy 500 pickaxes and just clear out as much as I want. I can only get 3,000 per pickaxe. And so that's why this, again, that's another reason why it's like, I'll do it to here, right at that fog level, as opposed to just going up to build height, because fuck it, I'll just get more blocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's little decisions like that I'm trying to make. I'm oh dude, okay, I'll end on this. There's like a vibe check right now in the Minecraft community. They're doing they call them forever worlds, which is just they're trying to do an Ethos Lab thing where they keep one world going forever. And this is it. Whatever you build, that's what you're building. Yeah, I'll make people dancing on a rooftop.
Is it like 2B2T? That's been
yeah, same thing. Where they're not doing it as an Anarchy server. They're just doing their own single players and that. But yeah, same thing. It's that's the forever one, which I kind of regret now. Like leaving all of the world. If I could have brought all of the worlds in and we just kept moving spawn over and just having new starting places, I think that would have been a better idea. So I kind of regret. Dave at least gave me the backup of the last one, so maybe I'll like import it into like a chunk here a million blocks away and we can find it later. I don't know.
Anyways, 3 shulker boxes, 1 with stone, smooth stone, and cobblestone.
No. Aw. Look at you, you gosh darn sweetheart.
I have too much of it, so.
Danke.
Aww.
Danke, Frau Santi. No, not Frau. What's the other one? Masculine.
Mein Herr. Mein Herr.
Well, not hair, but yeah. Oh no, wait, no, hair is good. Hair is just like sir, right?
Yes.
Herr and Frau. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the other one you don't want to use. Führer. That's the one you don't want.
No. Führer simply means leader.
Yeah, but I mean, but the swastika was also just like a Tibetan like peace symbol. It is, but like
it still is, right?
Yeah.
Ein Volk, ein Reich, ein Führer.
It's about states' rights. It's not about slavery.
You sound like Rammstein, man. That was cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, I got to do my little outro thing. Guys, join the Substack if you haven't. ryanstone.substack.com. Jack Long and Softbone. It's about 3/4 done. I'm finishing off the things. Gonna have some strategy sessions. I really want to make a good cyberpunk book it's just as enjoyable as the Dog Walker, but genre. And I will not rest until it gets there. And it's so easy to work with, man. Like, all we got to do is add some DEI feminism shit, add 10% to it, and it's dystopic cyberpunk fiction, and it's like awesome.
And then Netflix.
Yeah, next stop is Netflix, where they put a black lesbian in charge. Jacqueline Long. So yeah, that'll be good. Follow along. I'm gonna start putting excerpts on there again. Now that I got the easy spell checking stuff that I can handle AI on that one, it's probably gonna speed up the process. And if I get this process down, I can give you guys like new books twice a year now instead of once a year. Fuck, 3 times a year. I think that'd be awesome. Handle all the stuff that's not actual writing. Yeah, it's a Hindu symbol of peace. Anyways, cheers, boys. And you guys, I'll be on in a sec. I'm still here for a